Hello everybody. I see some new names today in chat. Hello Billy, Tippo, Brooke, Rar, Bronco Bunny, Magical Mama 85. Hello Caden Christian. Hi Doomy. Hello everybody. How is everybody doing this fine Thursday? Today is Thursday, right? Yes, it's Thursday. Hello, 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 hello. All right, so we only got 2 subjects today. We're gonna catch up on Firebat because for the last week and a half, I didn't stream last week. I normally stream every Thursday and Friday. I was busy and I kind of just disconnected a lot last week from the internet for almost like 4 to 5 days. I was barely on the internet at all. Which is, I'm actually going to be making that a routine thing on the weekend. Specifically, I'm just not going to be on the internet much on my weekends, on my days off, outside of like live streaming and uploading videos. Social media overall, I've been cutting back a lot. But our 2 topics for today is going to be Firebat detransitioning. Apparently I've missed a lot of lore in a week. It's like, man, I don't talk about Firebat for an entire week and a bunch of stuff happens and then now they're detransitioning. And of course, the videos that we're going to be watching today are deleted as it happens on the internet because we all know Firebat loves to delete all of their content. But yeah, they made a video talking about detransitioning. I haven't actually watched it other than seen clips of it. But we're going to watch that today. There's a bunch of other content. Apparently they apologized to me over something. I don't even know exactly. But yeah, apparently they apologized to me. And then we're going to talk about the Ethan Klein stuff. And I actually want to talk about the Ethan Klein stuff first because H3H3, one of the biggest podcasts on YouTube, they used to do Frenemies with Trisha Paytas. As of yesterday, they are currently suing iDubbbz. And for those of you who don't know, H3 Productions and iDubbbz, they used to be pretty close friends. And then things went south ever since Ian got involved with his horrible, terrible, stupid wife. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's gonna be a really chill stream today. Nothing crazy. If you like the stream, feel free, hit that little $, become a member of the channel, join my Discord. I have a gaming Discord. It's a really fun community. And yeah, so let's transition to this. We are on my Twitter. Firebat's new man now took a week. Did it? Dirty delete. I mean, that's what Firebat does. He dirty deletes everything. I've never, of all my 15 years on YouTube, I've never seen somebody who uploads and deletes content as frequently as Firebat. It's a new psychological phenomenon that I am very invested into because it's just not a behavior that I regularly see among people. Like, I just don't see people delete content as much as they do. So anytime content gets uploaded, to the people out there, to the A-loggers, so the people who download and archive everything, you guys know who you are. I think it's Miller, Dark Kaylee, Anno, or whatever his name is. Those 3 people are the OGs of Firebat A-loggers. They're just always on top of it. I don't know how you guys do it, genuinely. They back up and archive everything. So if I miss something, which I do most of the time because I'm not on the internet 24/7, they always have the backups and the archives. So just a shout out to the people who downloaded the videos and the live streams that they constantly delete. I appreciate you guys. Okay, I appreciate you because if it wasn't for you, I would have like really nothing to talk about other than my stream, other than probably just playing video games. So, oh, it is the trough. Hello, how are you? How do you actually, the trough, how do you actually say your name? The trough live. I can't speak English. Anyways, so we're gonna, last night, okay, so last night after work, I was sitting on the toilet blowing my ass out because this is TMI, but I made myself homemade salsa. I just woke up and I had I was craving homemade salsa, fresh produce, homemade salsa. So I went to the store. I bought 10 serrano peppers, 10 jalapenos, 6 onions, a bunch of Roma tomatoes, right? And I roasted them all up, and I made my own salsa. And wow, it was really, really, really a lot spicier than I thought it would. And so last night I made a tweet about this whole Ethan Klein suing iDubbbz thing. And the context is I was diarrhea exploding on the toilet when I was making this because I just don't take Twitter very seriously ever. And apparently I have rustled a lot of feathers because little did I know people were going to be so opinionated upon my stance on this issue, which is in support of H3's lawsuit against iDubbbz. Apparently, I'm the minority in this position, which I'll explain more here when we watch this, but I'm the minority in this position. A lot of people, moist critical, a lot of social commentary on YouTube are like, oh my God, H3 is suing iDubbbz. This is absolutely a frivolous litigation. He is just abusing his power. He wants to fuck people's lives over blah, 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 whatever. We're going to watch the actual clip of H3 announcing this lawsuit. But you're going to get my opinion, which is not going to be the popular one, let me tell you right now. But yeah, so let's get into this. I made it before I'll just read my comment right here on screen. All right. It says, hell yeah. The moment you start spreading lies involving children and abuse, burn it all down. Absolutely justified, and I hope Ethan wins. Accusing people of physical crimes does not fall under free speech. Trust me, I would know all about that. Smiley face. Now, for context, for those of you who don't know, I filed a defamation lawsuit with my ex-partner back in 2021 or 2022? I don't remember. I filed a defamation lawsuit, and there was a settlement from it. There was supposed to be a jury trial, but certain lawyers did not want it to go to trial. And there's a settlement. I can't really go into any detail outside of that. But I had a lot of experience with, I learned a lot from this defamation lawsuit that I filed that cost me over $80,000, and I do not regret it one bit. I got a settlement, so I'm happy with the result. But it was a very big learning experience. And one of the things I learned...
Waving hand emoji.
Little Red Dress Express. Thank you for the $10 Canadian. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that $10 super chat. Anyway, so I've had a lot of experience with defamation because I just dealt with a situation where I was being accused of crimes, just outrageous, crazy crimes involving kids. And I was like, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm done. You bring in kids, you bring in my children, I'm going to fuck you up. Literally, you bring in children, I'm going to fuck you up. So I filed a defamation lawsuit. I got a settlement. Okay. But for reference, there's a lot of free speech absolutists out there. I used to be one of them back in the day. If you watched me on YouTube back in the day when I was religious and stuff, I used to be what was called a free speech absolutist. And basically, this position that I used to hold, I don't hold this any longer, was basically you can say whatever the fuck you want, free speech, we're in America, and pretty much there shouldn't be any consequences for what you say because it's free speech. I once believed that. I don't believe that anymore. I'm an advocate for free speech, but I'm not a free speech absolutist. Meaning that if you say certain things, if you accuse people of crimes, if you intentionally, maliciously try to spread things that could damage somebody and affect them IRL, I don't know, let's just say false Child Protective Services reports or something, I believe that you should be held accountable for the things that you do and you say if it directly impacts and defames somebody. I'm in full support of the legal system going after people where they genuinely fuck up. You can't accuse people of crimes. You can't. I can't go on the internet and say, iDubbbz is an animal abuser and he murders animals. Right? I'm accusing somebody of a crime. Right? That's defaming somebody. And defamation, in America, I don't know Canada, you can't accuse somebody of actual crimes. That does not fall under free speech. But this is where things get interesting, because my post triggered a lot of people, because I normally don't get this much interaction, which is fine. A lot of people were like, dude, what's wrong with you? iDubbbz never defamed H3H3. And all I'm going to say in reply to this, okay, is this is the situation. Destiny. You guys know who Destiny is, right? You guys know who Destiny is? I don't like Destiny. He's a piece of shit, nasty, disgusting, horrible person. Destiny made a tweet calling Ethan Klein, H3H3, a pedo and a individual who touches his own children. Okay? Destiny made this statement. iDubbbz went on a video live stream, and in this entire thing has a screenshot of Destiny's comment on his video live stream for over almost 2 hours in length. He has this screenshot of H3 apparently joking or being edgy, saying that H3 touches his kids. iDubbbz says in his video live stream that he doesn't believe it, that H3 is a pedo and he touches his kids. He doesn't believe it, right? But then he continues to leave that screenshot up for over 2 hours on his live stream, on his video. So my question to people who are really against this lawsuit is, why would someone leave a screenshot up of somebody, whether it's a joke or not, calling somebody a child abuser and a pedo? Why would they leave that on their live stream for 2 hours? Do you think for 2 hours iDubbbz just constantly said, I don't believe that. No, it was absolutely done intentionally and maliciously. There's no reason to leave a screenshot up of something like that for as long as he did without the intention of trying to intentionally, maliciously, whether it's true or not, spread and defame somebody. Doesn't matter if it was to his 12 viewers. Doesn't matter if it was 10 viewers, 50 viewers. Like, imagine I'm on Twitter, right? I'm scrolling on Twitter, and I read a tweet that says iDubbbz sexually assaulted his wife. Okay. I read it. I'm like, okay, somebody is accusing iDubbbz of sexually assaulting his wife. I read it. I show it on stream. I continue on with my live stream. That's that, right? Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Now, if I was to take that comment, that tweet that somebody made, it doesn't matter if it's true or not, I paste it in my video for fucking 5 hours of a live stream, and I highlight it right next on top of my head, right? And it says, iDubbbz sexually abused or raped his wife. What do you think's going to happen? I'm going to have viewers that come in, they're going to see that tweet and be like, what? What? iDubbbz committed sexual assault? Come on. Like, are we in agreement here? Like, that would be me maliciously trying to use a screenshot. It doesn't matter if it's true or not. Doesn't matter if it's a joke or not. That's me maliciously trying to highlight. So that's the first thing people see, and they'll start spreading things that iDubbbz committed sexual assault. But I don't believe it. I'm just going to leave it above my head for the next 2 hours. Do you see where I'm going with this? Do you see my point? It's done with intent. Like, you can't say, oh, I don't believe this, and then highlight this horrible thing, whether it's true or not, to your audience. Like, dude, that's malicious. Come on. Like, that's intentionally trying to harm people. But whatever. You don't want to hear what I have to say anyway. Let's hear what Ethan has to say, all right?
My former bestie, iDubbbz, who and I'll shortly explain why, because to me it kind of doesn't, it's not that big of a mystery. So Ian has deeply aligned himself with this.
How's that postal working going out? Oh, fuck the post office.
Snark community that is basically responsible for and celebrated CPS coming to my house to take my children away and sending human skulls to my home. These are two things that on the Snark Discord they have on the banner. They have a skull with CPS on the forehead. They think it's fun.
Why are we forgetting disgusting things Ethan has said in the past? Everybody has said disgusting things on the past, dude. Ethan, iDubbbz, like, nobody's innocent in these types of situations. If you want to focus on what people have said in the past, that's one thing. We're focusing on the now, okay?
Funny. They love it. They're proud of it. And iDubbbz aligns with them, shouts them out, calls them great people. He's browses the subreddit on his live stream. He's in deep with them. In fact,
that is true. Ethan, what Ethan's saying this here is true. I remember the video. I don't have it on hand, but there's a video of Ethan, or not Ethan, of iDubbbz literally going through the snark Reddit of them literally just doing saying horrible things and posting horrible things and private information. Like, snark communities are AIDS, dude. They're AIDS. There's a snark community on me, apparently, I found. At least that's what I told. I don't know how true that is. It's like, bro, I'm a nobody, man. I'm the most boring person to snark about. But I just don't know how people have the time. There's no money to be made in that shit. How do people have the time to do that?
Even in his follow-up to his content cop, he justified it. He says, I think it's good that CPS was called and investigated that because... clearly, as someone who's been to Ethan's house and met his children, there's shit all over the place, and his kids are clearly in trouble and would be in better care of foster, would be better taken care of in foster care. He does it as a watermark for his whole hours-long stream. It's a comment that says, quick daily reminder that Ethan from H3 is likely a pedophile who has molested his own children.
Okay, well, I didn't even know that he shows this.
And he's basically rebroadcasting this comment uncritically. And also, if you kind of, I don't know how it works in Canada, if the complaint is public or what. But if you look at it, he emphasizes throughout that he does think it's a serious accusation that needs to be investigated and that he doesn't think it's a joke, right? Now, I know people are like, well, why don't you sue Destiny for saying it? Well, Destiny... made it immediately. First of all, this is a comment from Destiny, like made in passing. Ian put it on his screen for 2 hours during his main broadcast.
Okay, I hadn't even watched this full video yet, but this is exactly what...
Destiny made it clear that he was not being serious, right? Pretty much immediately after writing it. Like, nobody was like, yo, Destiny made this claim that Ethan molested his children. Oh, shit. No, people knew that when Destiny said it was like he was just being a dickhead, or I mean, he was being a giant fucking piece of shit, right? But he immediately afterwards made it clear that he didn't actually think that. But Ian took that, and just because you're showing what someone else said doesn't make it not defamation, because you're showing essentially this accusation bare of context and
leaving it on your stream for fucking 2 hours. That's my that is why I think that Ethan Klein has a legal case here, because it doesn't matter if you're like, oh, I don't believe it. You're leaving it up there for people to see this. What do you think that is? Again, I'm going back to the point. If he read this out on screen and just showed the comment, that's one thing. But to have it on the whole duration of your live stream, that's intent, man. Malicious intent is one of the main things that defamation deals with.
And also kind of saying that you think it's true, right? Again, this is after CPS visited my house. I mean, I personally, with all the shit that we've been through, and I've been through a lot of shit with a lot of people online, I mean, this is just fucking unhinged, right? And Ian is spending his whole day on...
No, why? Okay, so people are saying sue Destiny. Destiny came out immediately and said that he was joking and he doesn't believe this to be true. And, mind you, Destiny didn't fucking highlight and post this comment on a fucking live stream for fucking 2 hours. That's the difference. Look, people say fucked up shit on the internet. But if you say something like this, and then you're like, I don't believe that, I was just being facetious or whatever, right? And you instantly like, I don't actually believe that, I was being hyperbolic. It's a hyperbole or whatever. It doesn't matter what the subject is. You're pretty much just saying, hey, I don't actually believe this is true. And then you have somebody like this who takes it and believes it's true, and then highlights it to their live stream for 2 hours. That shows malicious intent, dude.
Twitter retweeted tweeting people like Jake Chinatown, who says he wants to take my children by their ankles and slam them into a tree till they're bloody pulp, right? And these are my children, of course. I'm sure, I don't know how many of these people are like Moist Critical has, he doesn't have children as far as I'm aware. But I said from the beginning that if people want to go after my children, then, you know, the rules of engagement have changed forever. And
I do want to say that for the reference, you go after my kids, which did happen in my context, pitchforks come out. My kids aren't public figures. I've never posted them on my social media. You've never even fucking seen them. But I had one person who knew me IRL that tried to fuck with me. And where did that go?
That's what I said then. And when, you know, when Ian broadcast this, I sent him a cease and desist because, I mean, there's certain things that you don't say and you don't do and lines you don't cross. And they flaunted it. They didn't take it seriously. And essentially, right, and I don't know how Moist Critical or other people feel about this, but if somebody you know who has met your children and family said that you molested your children after CPS has been to your house to investigate your house and interviewed your children against your will.
I just want to say, look, I know that I'm a nobody and people don't give a shit about what I have to say, but Ethan is completely right here. I can't tell you how validated I feel by this, hearing this, because I dealt with this exact same situation with CPS. Just less than what my lawsuit ended in end of 2023. My defamation lawsuit ended at the end of this is exactly the same shit. If it was just some random person on the internet saying something about me, I wouldn't give a shit. But I had somebody IRL, somebody I was involved with, come at me mad because they were mad for whatever fucking reason and say the most horrific, vile, disgusting shit about me and kids. And I got a settlement out of it. And it was provable. And that's, you know, that's the craziest thing. In my case, in my legal case, the person admitted that they said what they did in order to hurt me, which highlighted malicious intent. Like, I've dealt with some really stupid people in on the internet, and like this person came out and said, "Hey, you know, I want to get back at this person. I want to hurt them. So I'm just going to say the most outrageous, landish thing to fuck with somebody." And the internet's forever. Like, you know, people document things. And that's, you know, that's why there was a settlement. Because, like, you don't want that to go to trial. You don't want that to go... You do not want that to go to trial when you have somebody on the record saying, yeah, like, I made something up to fuck with somebody. Like, imagine.
I don't know what... I really don't know how... I'm assuming people that don't understand don't have the full context, right? So,
or they don't have children. They don't have children. A lot of the people who are against H3 doing this don't have children. So you don't know what it's like to be accused of being a pedo or touching your fucking kids. No one, I would say like 90% of social commentary on YouTube don't know what you could, like, look, people call people pedos all the time. I get called that all the time. It doesn't matter. But when you have kids, then it changes the dynamic of that. The context changes. And when people actually try to fuck with your kids, the game gets changed. Pitchforks and fire, you light that gas can, man. People don't understand that when you have kids, there is a parental instinct, a level of furious rage that is created because you want to protect your kids, and then somebody comes after you, says crazy shit, and tries to fuck with your kids and your relationship. Yeah. Nope. I don't have children, and I think that Ethan is justified. Well, I'm glad somebody agrees. Apparently, I am like the minority, because Twitter was like... I looked at Twitter after I made that tweet, and people were like, "You fucking loser, fuck you. I can't believe you would fucking... You're against free speech, you fucking..." I'm like, dude, no. I'm not against free speech. I'm against people defaming people legitimately. And when people have children and you start saying stuff in regards to sexual abuse, in order to, because that's like the worst thing. Look, the two worst things you can be accused of is like, you know, sexual assault, like raping somebody, and then like touching children, right? I think we can all agree that like those are the two worst things ever that you can be accused as a man or a woman, right?
So I'm being like, I'm just giving the full context because like, and all that, I mean, I don't see how you can say that I'm not justified.
He is
When
justified.
somebody's who's your former friend who's been to your house and met your children is broadcasting this as a silly, just to...
Being called a pedophile when you don't have kids is not the same as being called a pedophile when you have children. There is like, it is different. It is completely different.
Oh, it's just silly. Ethan needs to address this little minor claim that he molested his own children and he's a pedophile. Is that funny?
Darcy says, people are free speech absolutists until they get called something like a Peter or Nazi. Then they realize that there should be some limit. There absolutely is.
I don't know. Is that a joke? Is that free speech? I don't think so. Then the other thing I hear is like, this is a grave threat against free speech. No, it's not. Defamation laws exist in every major Western country, because you can't just say people molested their children. That's not free speech. That's not.
It isn't. It is not. It isn't. And anybody who thinks that, you're the problem. And I hope to God fucking Ethan wins this. Obviously, whatever the courts decide, that's what I'm going to side with. But like, I really hope they win. I want Ethan to win so fucking bad, because not only will it will make me feel even more of it, because that would be a huge major fucking case for like a defamation, a YouTube case, and that can be used in reference later on if any other people deal with these types of situations where somebody wants to maliciously attack somebody's children and accuse them of sexual crimes against their own kids, which like false, but you know, like I want people to be held accountable for doing horrific things, and emphasizing that you harm your own children is a defaming statement. It is malicious in intent. And again, he kept this up for 2 hours. What's the point with that? Why would you keep this up for 2 hours? This is not aimless, like, oh, I scrolled past this horrible thing somebody said and continue on. No, this was intentional.
Protected speech. You can't accuse someone of committing a heinous crime. That's not, if they didn't, that's not free speech. That's not protected speech. It's literally not protected speech. It's actually explicitly carved out in the law.
Exact. Oh, you know what? I don't know. No, look, I'm a nobody. Ethan probably will never see this, but one of the things I remember when CPS was first involved with H3 Productions, right? I reached out to Ethan. Nobody ever saw it though. In my personal case, I subpoenaed Child Protective Services. I didn't even know you could do that, but I talked to my lawyer, Jeff Admin, and we, because I couldn't prove certain things, and I was like, dude, I know that I'm right, but I can't prove it in the court of law. So let's just subpoena CPS. We'll get all the anonymous logs, which nothing is truly anonymous if you're submitting CPS reports, by the way. Phone calls, phone records, everything. I subpoenaed CPS. It's expensive as shit to do, but I did it, and I got exactly what I needed. So I hope to God, I know Ethan is doing like this. He's suing like that Reddit snark community thing of people who were like doxing his house and posting horrible things and involving with fucking... I don't know all the specifics of the legal stuff that Ethan is currently going through with the snark shit, with the lawsuit going on there, but I hope they got what they wanted, and I hope he subpoenaed CPS. Because, my God, you can find out so much shit subpoenaing CPS, and CPS has to comply with that. A lot of people don't realize that you can get all the information you need from CPS if you have the right lawyer.
As, you know, this is the legal route you take when someone defames you, right? My children enter the picture, and I said this back then, the bets are off, and the rules have changed, and I will do everything to ensure that people do not talk about my children in this way. People do not celebrate killing my children on people like Ian feel comfortable saying this types of stuff or retweeting people to say they want to kill my children, which she has done.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy, dude. That's fucking crazy. Look, I can be the kind of extreme crazy person and be like, I think people who abuse animals should like take their life, not alive yourself. Like I say extreme things sometimes too, but yeah, retweeting anybody who retweeting somebody who says stuff like that, yeah, fucking I won't retweet something like that, but that's right. Wild.
But I understand the discourse is dominated probably a lot by people on Twitter, and Twitter's like infested with like, you know, political actors, right?
That's why I have my Twitter account and I only use it for fucking money. I rage. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, you totally should. You know why? Because I like to rage bait people on this fucking app. I don't take fucking Twitter very seriously. But like type in Repsion on Twitter, follow me on Twitter. I am a shit poster. I almost 90% of the time I am trolling on fucking Twitter, and it's hilarious. And I make almost $500 a month off Twitter just by fucking with shit posting with people and baiting them to reply to me all the time. It's hilarious.
Who don't want to give the full context to everything that's happening. But I would just want to get this to people like like Charlie, for example, who and other commentators who are like, this is an attack on free speech. It's not.
Dude, I'm sorry, but people like I like Moist Critical a lot, but it's really stupid when they're like, this is attack on free speech. No, it's not. It is not an attack on free speech. It isn't. Wait till you have a child and somebody says that you're touching your kid. Then we'll see if things change and if you feel the same way. I promise you, you will feel differently. You'll respond differently. It won't hit the same. It changes. When you're a parent, everything changes. That's not to say parents can't fuck up. They absolutely can. But the angle changes.
It's not free speech to say that stuff. Listen, I'm pretty heavy free speech, like for the most part, but obviously I acknowledge that there's limits to it. I mean, we all agree you can't shout fire in a movie theater, right? Because it's dangerous. Can you just accuse people of molesting their own children if it's not true? It's not free speech. It's not. Why would that be protected? What kind of fucking world would that be if that was protected speech? Not one I want to live in.
Fuck yeah, dude! I love this. I love this. I love this. I agree with him so fucking much. I agree with him so fucking much. I feel so validated right now. I feel so validated. It's insane. And
right?
this is why I fucking got a settlement, dude. Of what he's explaining right now, this is why I got a settlement.
And there should be recourse. There should be accountability. Just don't say that, right? I mean, I tolerate a lot of people saying a lot of things about me, and I have for a long time, right? But just don't say that, you know, someone's molesting their children, right? This is not funny. It's not criticism. It's not interesting. I mean, the only point in doing that is to, especially with the history of knowing and celebrating that CPS came to my house. I don't know Destiny, by the way. I literally don't know Destiny as much as people want to acknowledge that, like, me, or want me and Destiny to be like interconnected friends. I don't even know Destiny. So it was a comment in passing he made. I don't know the guy. And he immediately clarified that he's kidding. Ian, who I know, who's been to my house, met my children, broadcast it over his screen for his whole show. And yeah, so that's kind of the difference between him and Destiny. And again, this is about my children. I ultimately don't really care what people think about it, but I do think I'm surprised that people are saying this is like an attack on free speech, because it's not. So I just want to clarify that.
I mean, overall, the whole thing, I agree. And I wrote a Twitter comment basically highlighting that. I didn't expect my tweet to get, what? How many views did my fucking thing get? It got 21,000 views.
So,
I didn't
yes,
expect my tweet to be like so, like, I don't know, my quote tweet to get so responsive. But there are some people who are there's a lot more people that agreed with me than I thought there would be. But yeah, I'm the minority. Apparently, I'm the minority in this situation. This is not my stance, and everybody in social commentary literally disagrees with H3. I'm going to be the minority, and I stand with H3 on this, and I really hope he fucking wins. That's all I really have to say. I don't give a fuck. People can criticize me all they want. They're like, oh, you're against free speech. I'm not against free speech, motherfucker. I've already won a defamation lawsuit, so you can suck my fucking dick. I got a settlement out of a defamation lawsuit, and I hope he fucking gets a settlement out of fucking, or whatever. I hope the court side, or I just hope Ethan wins with this, because I understand exactly what he's going through, because I went through it on a much smaller scale. I didn't have skulls sent to my house. But yeah. All right, so we're done with the H3 segment. Are you guys ready for some trans Firebat stuff? Some trans Firebat stuff? Do you guys want some fucking trans Firebat? No, I am not talking about Onision. I am talking about a separate legal case that I dealt with in 2020, I think 2021 to 2023. I can't go really into any details about it other than I got a settlement. I sued somebody for defamation. For that shekel. It was a really horrible thing that I was being accused of, and that was that. Thank you for the $5 Cold War 45. Molestiny recanted him saying it wasn't true, so I'd love for Ethan to sue him too, but it is what it is. Yeah, but we just watched why he was not going to sue Destiny, because the context is different. And obviously Destiny would say that and say, oh, I don't believe this because it... Yeah. He doesn't want to get sued. But then, I don't know. I think Destiny could countersue. Also, this is all happening in this country of, what, Canada? So I don't... The other thing is, I'm really curious to see how this goes, because I don't know how legal works in Canada versus the US. Defamation laws are different in different countries, so I don't know. You know, I genuinely have no idea how the result is, but at the end of the day, I want Ethan to win, because saying stuff about committing crimes against your children is disgusting, and people should be held accountable for what they say, especially when it's defaming them. But anyway, so let's move on to... Are you guys ready for some new Firebat content? All right, what is this? Is this the right video? Let's turn off audio. All right, back to some Firebat drama. This is from a deleted video. Came in with the right person time. Hello, Pocket Girl. Hello, Brooke. How are you? I've been paying attention. Thank you so much for the super chats. If you like the stream, hit that $, become a member of the channel. We are at, what are we at right now? We are at 16 members right now. So we do have a membership goal. I'd like to get to 30 members in 265 days. I don't know if that will ever happen, but... So I've been paying attention for quite some time. Can you guys hear this? Everything everyone's been saying. And then about a couple weeks ago, I just stopped. I just one day realized that there's no point in caring about other people's opinions. So I stopped paying attention to them, and you know, today I decided, you know what, let's go check out the trough. Let's go check the trough, because it's been a couple of weeks. Oh, the trough! If you're still here, you're getting a shout out from Firebat. Hello. Say whatever video he had made where he was like, "Oh, we're back. Prove how much back we are." And he uploaded, didn't re-upload, unhid all the video he made. And so those of you who don't know who Rep Zion is, he is a locale who is a criminal, has done a lot of crazy shit. Oh, I'm a criminal now? I'm a criminal now, Firebat? Okay. Well, you know, since we were just talking about defamation, you might... No, I'm joking. I was gonna make a joke about filing a lawsuit against you, but no. I want to know. I'm curious though. What criminal acts have I done? I'd love to know. Can you educate me, Firebat, on the criminal acts that I've done? Can I see my mugshot? I'd love to get a mugshot, by the way. I really want to get a mugshot. On the web,
Basically, he was put in his fucking place by Purple Perry and a bunch of other people. Yeah, it was a shit show for sure. And so I decided today, you know what?
I was put in my place? What place was that? I haven't done anything other than ask for your address, which I would do again 100 times.
I'm just gonna go to the Trops video, just casually. And he's like, yeah, Firebat's gone. He's never come back. I think they're actually done. It's like, I thought it was predictable. I thought you knew every little thing. I thought this, I thought that. That's basically my way of, I just like, no. There are some channels, commentaries, that actually do know me. And they do know how I work.
Oh?
But they seem not to get the hint that no matter how many times they harass me or share inappropriate content about me, it doesn't do it.
Share inappropriate, you mean inappropriate content you posted on your social media? No, that's not how, it's inappropriate because you posted it on the internet, brother.
Anything. It serves no value, has no purpose, has no long-term.
No! Thank you, Brooke Sham, for the rep squad tier 1. I appreciate you so much. Please make sure that you join my Discord. Should be linked, and I'll give you a special role that gives you some special perks. I appreciate you, Brooke. Thank you so much. We're at 17 out of 30.
Meaning, I guess, for me. See, originally, when Femuoys first started sharing my inappropriate content, when I used to be a FetLife content creator and an OnlyFans creator and all that, at first, yeah, it was quite humiliating. And then over time, I just kind of got over it. And then I thought I was over it, and then Rep Zion comes into the scene showing stuff from 5 years ago. I'm like, really? Really? Showing inappropriate content like that on Facebook, YouTube? Is that a really good thing to do? And like,
is it a good thing to do? Brother, you linked it to your YouTube profile. It was all linked on your own shit. You're posting that all on fucking Facebook.
I mean, it's wondering why. Why would they do that? What purpose did they serve? And the only thing
Ooh, Brooke, what are you baking?
it did is, for me, if I'm being honest, is motivated me to hide my stuff better. It's motivated me to stop doing certain actions online and move on. And so,
I mean, if that's true, Firebat, if we have motivated you to stop doing those inappropriate things on the internet, then good. That's good, right? That's good. I'm sorry, I don't want to see your penis again. I've seen it too much.
here's the thing. They can go in circles, talk shit about me, tell me I'm ugly, tell me I have a flat butt.
I've never commented on your ass, just for reference, so I don't know what this is about.
Tell me that I'm a F-A-G-G-E-T.
Oh, so now you're spelling slurs? That's funny because I swear 2 weeks ago, you were calling me a flaggot multiple times on live stream. We actually reacted to it 2 weeks ago. My last live stream I did on you, you were literally on video calling me a flaggot multiple times. But now you're all politically correct, and now you're spelling the slur F-A-G-G-O-T. Damn, man. Wow, that's such that you've shown so much growth in just 2 weeks. Where was your slurs? You were throwing slurs at me just last week. I missed those slurs, Firebat. Come on.
Make shit up about my work history. And
I haven't made anything up about your work history. We've covered your work history because of the content that you've posted. Also, I want you to address why you were fired from your maid job. Firebat, could you please, like, you posted a screenshot of the letter of you getting fired 2 days into your job. You got fired because of some sort of comment that you made towards the maid job that you were working. What did you say? I'm so curious. I want to know more about that situation.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm paying attention a little bit. Again, I don't watch videos anymore. I read the commentaries at this point that they have for these videos, you know, using...
Oh, does he have a job again yet? Darcy, so you missed it. They are now officially at stay-at-home trans Christian Republican mom. They're stay-at-home. They talk with Tanya, and their job now is to be a stay-at-home mother towards their kid. because they clearly can't hold it. And they said this on rec. I don't even think I have the video, but they said, like, I can't hold it. For the last, like, couple years, I have not been able to hold a job for about more than, like, 2 or 3 weeks. They've said this on record, their own words.
AI. And, like, I love how when I tell the truth, I'm like, this would happen with this job. The reaction was, oh, yeah, you got fired.
Being let go, idiot. If somebody lets you go, that's being fired. Now, the last job you had, apparently you weren't fired. You just walked off the job because you realized that they lied about how much they were going to pay you. That was up in Renton when you were stalking Sarah Faye and walked by her house just 2 weeks ago, correct? That's also the same day that you sent Sarah Faye an email admitting that you lost impulse control, which is why you raped her. On record, by the way, in email format, I have a copy of that, so that will be shown at a later date, at a later time. But congratulations for admitting that you have self-control impulse problems.
Actually, he got fired when they have no proof. None. No proof whatsoever. Just making shit up. I learned not to care about that either. And I'm just thinking to myself while I'm sitting on the couch. I'm sitting on the couch. I'm playing Minecraft, doing my silent films. Or not, because I don't film every single Minecraft build that I do. I do a bunch of live streams, and then I might not do any for a day or a half day or whatever. But like, I'm just sitting there, and it kind of just hit me like a ton of bricks. Wow, I'm lucky. I got a wife. I got a kid.
Yeah, you are lucky to be a stay-at-home parent while your wife is the bread maker, and that you can't seem to hold a job to where you can have a double income and your wife has to do all the work. That's a lucky, that's really lucky. Man, I would love to be in a relationship where I don't have to do anything. I just sit home and feed a baby and rock a baby and play Minecraft all day. That would be the dream.
I got my YouTube channel back. I got my church family.
That was sarcasm, by the way.
I got all the comforts of home. I got the state FMLA to help me financially while we're transitioning through this hardship. I have a wife that is amazing and beautiful and is willing to do whatever it takes to get through life with me as much as I am with her. And I have a lot to be thankful for. And all those blessings didn't come because, oh, look at me, I did it myself. No, these are because of God.
Of course, dude. Oh my God. I hate it when people... Holy lordy! Thank you so much for the tier 1 sub! The Trouth! Thank you! Welcome! If I had alcohol, I would cheer you. Thank you, man. This is not alcohol. I know it looks like alcohol, but appreciate you. Thank you. Oh, we're at 18 out of 30. Thank you so much. Guys, if you like the stream, if you like my commentary, I stream every single week. Hit the $sign, become a member. Become a member.
God's the reason why I'm where I'm at right now. God's the reason why I'm not in prison.
God is the reason that you're not in prison? Okay.
God is the reason why I'm not homeless and on the streets, or my wife, or my baby girl. For those of you who don't know, back in December...
Okay, can somebody explain to me why people can't just say, hey, I made changes that helped myself. I did things that helped me. Why do people have to attribute all these types of things to God? I've never, logically, it's never made sense to me why people are like, okay, I have a wife because of God, or I got this job because of God. Why can't you be like, wow, I got this job because I'm an adequate employee and I'm confident and I have the qualifications to do and get this position? Like, why can't you just attribute things to yourself? Why does it always have to be God? Like, I would not want to be putting things that I do on some, whether I believe in God or not, even if I did believe in God, because I'm an agnostic atheist, but like, why does God get all the brunt of your accomplishments? Do you understand what I'm saying? It's such a weird concept to me. Like, I would be proud. Like, you get a job, you get a raise, which is tomorrow. I get a raise tomorrow. I'm getting a raise tomorrow because I've been consistent with my job for the last almost 3 years. 2 years and like 8 months. I'm getting a raise tomorrow, and I'm genuinely getting a raise tomorrow. I'm going to hit max pay of almost like $43 an hour, which is amazing. But I'm getting that raise because I was consistent with my job, not because of God, Not because of anybody, because I showed up to work every single day on time and I never got fired. Like, come on.
It was not fun.
You can be just be proud of your own accomplishments. That's all I'm trying to say.
I would job hunting left and right, putting 40 applications plus a day on Indeed, applying to every job I can go to. I even went and did the old-fashioned thing where you walk from job to door to door to door with a resume and give it to them and say, hey, I'm looking for a job. I'll do whatever it took, you know? But then, you know, even though all that happened, God provided. Again and again and again. So that's... For me, that's just a testament of God's goodness. And, you know, despite all this goodness, you know, I'm still not taking my eyes off the prize. I'm not giving up on, you know, taking care of my family. I'm not, you know, just sitting back going, this is life, you know, drinking martinis. You know, I'm still doing what I can. My wife is looking for work. I'm helping her look for work as well. She wants me to use my job skills when it comes to hunting for jobs. And, you know, people will never respect the fact that I'm good at looking for jobs because of the fact that I can't hold a job. But the fact that...
Bro, looking for jobs is not hard, dude. You know how easy, dude, like Indeed has literally has like, you can like mass apply to multiple things at once. Like you're doing 3 clicks on a mouse is not some big deal. Anybody can apply for a job. God, I think if you get on certain medical leave or certain leave in Washington State, no, if you get on unemployment, all you have to do is like apply to 5 jobs every week in order to qualify for unemployment for however long the duration of your unemployment lasts. The only qualification is for you to submit applications. You don't have to go to any interviews. You don't have to do anything other than just submit an application and show proof that you submitted an application to a job and you get unemployment. Like, it's not some like grandeur, amazing accomplishment, be able to do 3 clicks and submit an application, dude. Holding a job is what really matters. Having a job history where you can actually say, hey, this is my job history. Any job that wants to hire you most likely is going to look at your job history and be like, oh my God, this person literally can't make it 3 weeks, a month. Job history duration is really important for jobs. My job wouldn't have hired me if I was at McDonald's for 1 week, Taco Bell for a month, the pet store for another month. Like, no job wants that because they want people who are reliable and consistency. And half of jobs these days just require you to be there. You can even be a shitty employee, but as long as you're there, you're still getting paid. Half the battle is just showing up to work on time. You'd be shocked at how many people in my generation can't fucking do that.
I can lose jobs 1 week and have another job the next week.
Hello,
It
Lizard
shows
Queen.
how fucking resilient I am.
Oh my God.
Period. So I see a comment from Job Hunter H7R. Doesn't that remove your agency from the situation by attributing it all to God?
Oh, look at that. Somebody wrote a comment. It's exactly what I literally said.
Your agency? Doesn't that remove your agency from the situation? Try rewording that because I don't know what you mean by that.
You don't know what that means? Removing your agency? Oh my God, dude. Look, I'm dyslexic as fuck, and even I understand what that person's saying. You're removing your agency on getting a job, and you're attributing to God. Like, he doesn't know what agency means? Thank you for the gifted sub, Trough! Welcome, Smoke, Aruno, 7112. Thank you for the gifted sub. Guys, if you like the stream, hit that $sign. Become a member.
Here's the thing. When it comes to my past, I have nothing. I'm good at looking for jobs too. No, right? It's like when you have so many jobs, you just become a pro at looking for them. I can own that. I mean, I'm proud of that. I'm proud of the fact that my wife can come to me and go, so how do you get jobs so quickly? Well, I'll tell you how. I'll tell you how I get jobs so quickly. Well, first you put in an application. Duh. This next step is to call them. And when you call them, don't talk to the front desk and be like, oh yeah, just want to
Hello,
start
KJ, how are you?
hiring. Ask to talk to the HR or to your manager. Bypass those people. Fuck those bitches. Pass them on to the people that are above them and go direct to the source and be like, hey, I heard you're hiring. I applied on Indeed. Thought I would check in, give you a voice to a name. You know what happens 9 out of 10 times? job. Done. Now, unfortunately, during December/January, that wasn't the case for me, unfortunately, because a lot of jobs either had enough people for the holidays or they were just company.
Alicia B. Pwned, thank you for the tier 1 subscription. Woo! I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
That just weren't in the hiring state. So, you know, we had a really low. And this morning and, you know, this morning's live stream, you know, I confirmed that I'm not the only person who's been struggling. You know, I've been feeling like I'm just this loner who is alone. I'm the only one that struggles with these things. I'm just this singled out
Hello,
target.
Kate.
But then I've talked to at least 10 or 15 different people over the past many months. You know what the conclusion that came to? It doesn't matter how many jobs you have. It doesn't matter. Never did, never will. And for me, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. My wife knows this and appreciates it because at least I'm honest and transparent about myself. I don't hide stuff. I don't try to manipulate things to my favor. I tell it as it is. You know, as a locale, I take pride in the fact that, you know what, I'm honest and blunt.
Oh my god, this is like a top tier Onision. Well, I'm honest and blunt. Therefore, anything I say or do is like not wrong. This is like Onision textbook 101. This is the same, always talking about how honest you are. Look, if you have to go to fucking YouTube and tell people how honest you are as a person, chances are you're not a very honest person. Okay? I've been saying that same thing for fucking 15 years about Onision. He's still saying the same thing, and he still makes content saying how honest he is. And nobody believes that shit. You don't have to, if you're a kind person, you don't have to tell the people that you're kind.
And overshare, you know.
People will see that.
Overshares are honest people, and people try to shit on them all the time. Fuck you, haters. Seriously. Fuck you all. I'm gonna talk whether I want to be me whether people like it or not. You know, I was saying that you made a good decision. It's not all God. You aren't in jail because you chose not to do illegal things. That's true. That's true. That's very true. But when it comes to like the past with dealing with a certain, you know, SA allegation or dealing with people who says they have.
It's not an allegation, dipshit. I have on email from 2 weeks ago. Sarah Faye sent me an email. Oh, Michelle Von Dunstein, thank you so much for your tier 1 subscription. Holy mother of God. I think this is the most we've ever had of individual memberships in a single episode in the last like 2-3 months. Thank you guys so much. We're at 19 out of 30. I appreciate you guys. I love to see it.
Evidence on me when they have nothing on me.
Thank you, Michelle.
To me, that's just a testament of God's goodness.
Or
you
Michael.
Know? And you know what the thing is? When you hit rock bottom,
Michelle, Michael,
there's only
I'm bad at reading full names.
One direction to go. You can only go up. You know.
That is not true. That you can only go up.
And you know what? I hit rock bottom about a month and a half ago. I was drinking hard. I was at an all-time low for me. That is. I was cursing at my wife. I was being a shitty human being.
Yeah, and we covered that. We've documented all of that.
And you know what?
You were literally in the car saying, I don't respect you. This is why I don't respect you, Tanya. All because she fucking said that she criticized something that you did when you were driving. I don't remember it was. It was the same day where I said I was near that pizzeria and you freaked out in live chat. You're like, oh my God, Repzion is stalking me at the Olympia parade. I was just trolling you the whole fucking time. That was some good shit, dude. That's some top tier fucking content.
And that bottom was exactly what I need. You know what? I'm happy I went through that. I am happy that I did something stupid because doing that stupid thing made me realize I need to change something.
Thank you so much.
And because of that, now we're back to vlogging. We got the Hangouts live streams back up and running. We got Minecraft stuff going. I'm not paying attention to the drama stuff at this point. When I say not paying attention, I mean not reacting. I mean not reading their stuff and going,
hey, look, I will give live streaming and driving is dangerous. I agree. But at least Firebat is not. So I have always highlighted the fact that they live stream and record themselves while driving all the time. At least they're not doing that this time. So congratulations. Thank you for not putting people's lives in danger.
I have to disappear and acting like a fucking idiot. No, not me. Not anymore. Now I get to do what I love.
Your idiocy just is wiped clean. The slate is clean. You wiped your ass and now you're good. You're no longer an idiot over a 1 week's period.
Do what I'm good at.
Proud of you.
Cooking. shopping, which is, I'm actually about to go inside of the store and go do. And then I'm going to go home and make my wife some burgers for dinner? Lunch? I don't know. 3:54. It's almost 4. So it's almost dinner time. We skipped lunch today. My wife had some stuff she had to do. She had a interview call she had to take, and then she had to go talk to FMLA about some stuff. And so it's been a bit of a day. So I'm glad I get to get out of the house for a little bit so I can go and take care of this. But like,
My favorite mug.
all I have to say at this point
You
is
love
God's
big
good.
black cock, right, Firebat?
Every day God is good, and God is good every day. And you know, just my channels are a testimony of God's goodness.
Big
See
black
me
cock.
rise up and then fall down, and rise up and then fall down, and then rise up and then fall down. The fact that I'm even resilient in the first place, the fact that, despite the fact that Rep Zion has royally put me in my place, he's royally torn my channel apart.
Whoa! Did you hear that? I have royally destroyed. I've smacked him right in the rumpskin. I have torn the channel apart. The power I have. Wow! Yeah, I heard it from their own words. And I didn't even talk about Firebat last week.
Him, Riley, Femyoys, Malcolm, Purple Perry, at one point Mary Chu, other people, despite all these commentary channels speaking wisdom and or not wisdom, more like retardedness, if we're being transparent here, despite all their attempts to collect evidence and to tear me apart and to tear me to shreds, despite all that, I'm still here. I'm going to be here. I'm never going away.
Yeah, me neither, man. Me neither. I'm not gonna go away either. Look, YouTube ain't my job no more, but I'm a cockroach bitch. I'm always gonna be around. I enjoy live streaming for the fun of the game. This is not my job no more. I'm gonna be around here too, because it's fun.
You know? And the fact that my wife and I can sit back and watch these losers talk about me from time to time. We haven't in a while because I've made a decision to stop watching the content. But when we did, a lot of times we actually would sit back and look at these channels and be laughing at them because how pathetic they are. I'm nobody. I am literally a nobody. I'm not a predator. I'm not a racist. I'm not a...
Well, that's debatable. God, well, I have the video in my, it's probably be in my Firebat episode 2 when it eventually comes out, but you have absolutely said inherently racist things. But like, I have too, if you go years and years ago. So I get it, but like, this was very, very recent. Like, this was very recent with Firebat was like, how dare a black woman fucking tries to correct me. Like, that was emphasized. I remember that very specifically. I don't have the clip on hand in my files, but that was a thing. He was like really mad at this person and brought up the fact that they're black and how dare a black person criticize them. It's like, okay, brother.
Any of these negative things people try to paint me. Yeah, I said racist things. Yeah, I've made mistakes 10 years ago with essay allegations. Yeah, I had a very, not very good reputation from my actions through FetLife. So what? Big deal. Don't care. What happened in the past. The only thing I could do is move on forward from here. And that starts by taking accountability, which I already did. You know what's funny? I take accountability, and guess what? Suddenly no one has anything new to say on me.
So I think, honestly, is Firebat is being more careful on what they live stream or post publicly in regards to their behavior when it comes to Tanya. There is not a doubt in my mind that same behaviors that was just exhibited fucking last month or a month and a half ago when he was yelling at Tanya, calling her names and saying that he doesn't respect her, which was all documented in my live stream and video. I don't believe that behavior is just gone like that. It just doesn't go away like that. They're just being more conscious of what they post on the internet. That's all it is. Because behavior doesn't change that fast. If you're an abusive person, you have to go through a lot of work and a lot of therapy and a lot of change to fix those types of issues. But that's what I think. I think it's still being exhibited. I can't prove that, obviously, but they're more they're more aware of what they're posting to an extent of not highlighting them being a shitty person to their wife.
No bullshit. At this point, I've done enough research. The only thing people are doing are just circumventing what other people have said. Riley, she had nothing new on me. She just made shit up and then repeated what other people were saying about me. I didn't say anything to her because, well, no offense, she's a pathetic channel that I don't give a fuck about. When it comes to new videos...
Apparently Riley's like in a bunch of drama or something. I saw a video of her like making some apology. Apparently she fucked up majorly and like went to Reddit or something and was like covering just Reddit comments and then presented that as like evidence or something. Like, yeah, maybe I don't know the context. I haven't actually watched the video. I've heard. I don't know how true that is or isn't.
Other content creators have made of me. I just don't really care. I'm to a point I can even sit in Malcolm's live streams and text and be cordial and not be a dick. I can actually enjoy a conversation with some of these commentaries because I stopped taking what they were saying personally. I mean, I'll never meet these weirdos in real life. Half of them don't even live in my state. Over half of them. Some of them live in the UK. Some are in Indonesia. Some of them, at least one or two, are here in Washington that I'm aware of. The other ones are all middle of the US or far side or whatever. I'm not afraid anymore, you know? And I had to go through the same process with Rep Zion. I had to take their teeth out. I had to remove the teeth. And for those of you who don't know what I mean by that, one of the reasons why I no longer get riled up when Feminoids make a video or Trough or anyone else, and why I rarely respond to their videos at this point, is because I realize they're not a threat. They're just commentary. They're just...
Wait, hold up. Did somebody just lose... At one point, yes, I did. Oh, is that actually Firebat? Trans Firebat 26? I don't know if that's actually Firebat because they've changed their name channel so many times.
A bunch of losers who sit behind desks and are single. Well, except for Feminoids. Feminoids, I believe, has a girlfriend.
Why do you bring... Dude, I have a fucking boyfriend. What are you talking about? Why are you talking about my relationship statuses?
Or boyfriend.
It is the real bat. Hi, Trans Firebat. How are you?
Well, you
hope you're having a fantastic day.
I just read the descriptions and all that and just go, oh, cool. Good for them. Glad they have a happy relationship. Good for you, Feminoids.
Malcolm is
more
married.
Positivity towards you. In regards to the Seraphe stuff, that bitch is gone. I don't have to worry about her anymore. You know, I'm glad that last Friday or Saturday, I decided to just cut that bitch out of my life. I'm proud of myself. You know how hard it is for me to let that person go? For those of you who don't know, she used to mean something to me. You know? Now she's just a dead weight. Gone. Dust. She's a monster. Always has been, always will be.
I don't know, man. I'm sorry. You're not going to really convince me somebody's a monster when you are on the record saying that you, in email just a week and a half ago, said that you lost impulse control, which is why you committed sexual assault and why you raped her. That is in an email format. An email which you conveniently deleted right after you admitted that, but I have the email. Just for record and documentation.
And the truth is, I almost fell for her manipulations again. This is how she got me to trust her before. She goes, oh, you know me? You could trust me? I'm the same person I've always been. No, you're not. Because the Seraphe I knew would have never stooped so low to tear me apart because I made a video. The Seraphe I knew didn't care about other people's opinions to the degree where they had to do interviews with other people, which is fucking pathetic.
Why does he still talk about Seraphe so much? Because truly, right, you know, they've let Seraphe go, which is why they constantly have to bring them up constantly. That's how you know somebody is really, you know, honest and transparent and has let somebody go, is them bringing them up all the time, consistently still in their content. Remember, guys, they let Seraphe go, which is why they're talking about them still to this day.
At the same time, I have to say thank you because it gave me exactly what I needed. I needed to confront my past, deal with it, and then move on. And you know, honestly, when I was reaching out to her last Thursday, letting her know that I was in the area out of respect, her response by going to Malcolm and sharing part of the email that she said that she would not send proved my point that she's a monster.
Yes, how dare somebody share a part of your email where you admit that you lost impulse control and committed rape? How dare they? That's the real monster, the person talking about being raped. Total victory right there. Do you know how delusional that sounds?
And I'm glad. I take accountability for the fact that something did happen all those years ago. And I'm glad I fucking lied to that fucking bitch in email. I'm glad I fucking played her for the fucking fool she is. And of course she didn't buy it, which is why she went to Malcolm, I'm assuming. But you know what? I don't give a fuck. I don't care about her feelings. I don't care about what she thinks of me. She's not my friend. At this point, she's dead to me. Has been for quite some time. And the only reason I even reached out to her was out of respect, and that's no more nor less. And the fact that she took that respect and spat in my face, went to Malcolm and shared a piece of email with detail.
You mean the email that I shared? You mean the email that I read out loud with times? You mean the email where I exposed that surface, nothing more than a lion freak again? Correct me if I'm wrong here, but you left out the part of that email where you admit that you lost self-control. I don't believe that was shown. I have the entire email exchange. I mean, look, Firebat, you delete content so much, I may have missed it. But did you actually read out the email where you admit that you lost self-control, which is why you committed rape in the email that Sarah Faye sent me? I'm curious. Because, like, I'm fair. Look, you may not think, Firebat, look, I know you're in chat. You may not think that I'm a fair person. I am very fair. Like, if I misspeak on something, I'll own it live on stream. I must have missed a video. If you admit in video that you read out an email saying that you lost control, which is why you committed rape, then okay, you did. But I haven't seen that. I don't even know if it's still on your channel, because again, you delete things so much, it's very hard for me to actually keep consistently up to date with things that you say and do, because you're all over the place. No, she didn't. That's why Sarah gave the omitted parts to Malcolm. Firebat says, yeah, she told people I was a monster, and then in the same email I had with her a week and a half ago, said that I'm not a monster. Who does that? She calls me a monster all the time. I don't care. She does control that to your emotional reaction. She only read part of it. I mean, like, I don't have on reference. I don't have the original video where you read the email, but you know what I'll do? I will go, after this live stream is done, I will go watch, I'll see if I can find that video and I'll watch it, because I'll pull up my email, that all the forwarded emails of you and Sarah Faye from last Thursday, and I will go through it and see if you read it verbatim. And then my next live stream, if I'm wrong, I'll admit it on stream, like, oh, I misspoke. I have no problem doing that. But I don't think that really matters all too much, because, again, you're in email format admitting to you losing self-control and impulse, which is why you committed rape. So that's on, you said that. You wrote that.
SA allegation stuff, more so than the interview that they originally had with Sarah Faye. After Sarah Faye told me she kept back...
Debate him or go on an opinion. Hey, I don't think Firebat wants to talk to me.
Some of the stuff on purpose, showed me everything I need to know. And you know what? I'm glad, because her response to my video I made a couple months ago, showing proof that she apologized for lying to me, calling me something I'm not, and then...
A monster? I mean, yeah, I consider somebody a monster if they've committed rape. Can we all agree with that?
I challenged her. I said, okay, cool, send me the message. She sent me the original message. That was around that time, around that timestamp. Okay, cool. Show me all the messages before and after. And guess what? Nothing. Her excuse was, oh yeah, Facebook's old enough that messages are just gone and disappeared. Okay, then it must have been, maybe not, maybe it wasn't on Facebook. Maybe it was a text between her and I, because we were texting at that time too. I won't know. She don't know. Nobody knows. All I know is that something happened 10 years ago that wasn't okay, and I've been haunted by me ever since. No more, no less. And I've taken accountability so many times. So many times I've taken accountability for what happened back then. And this whole fight between me and Sarah Faye, it's nothing about accountability. It had nothing to do with me recognizing what happened back then was wrong. This is all about her desperate need to be right. That's what it's always been. Oh yeah, my memory's correct, yours is wrong, and you have to admit it. And I'm never going to admit it. I'll never say with my mouth to her face ever. Yes, this happened. Fuck that. Fuck you, Sarah Faye. Fuck you, Rip Zion. Fuck you, Feminoids. Fuck all of you. I don't give a fuck. The fact that I can sit here and talk about this incompetence speaks for itself.
It really doesn't, but okay.
And guess what? Like fruit flies to a fruit fly trap, all these losers are going to come flying around. And guess what? All I have to do is sit back, ignore them. And that's what I've been doing over the past many weeks. While others have been making content, I'm just ignoring them. Mind my own business. Their life. You know, doing what I can. You know what? There is no shame in not wanting to be alone, Rep Zion. There is no shame in wanting to be with someone and have a partner.
What? Where have I ever shamed you for wanting to be with being in a relationship or having a partner? Can somebody help me? Can we like reverse back? I don't think I've ever shamed Firebat for having a wife or being in a relation. Why would I do that? Huh? What are they talking about? Are they getting me confused with somebody else? What? Where did this guy? I don't even know the context of this. And I agree, there is no shame in being alone, and there's no shame in being in a relationship or not being alone. Wait, oh, you know what? You know what I think? Wait, let me rewind this. I want to...
Alone, Rep Zion. There is no one doing.
Let me rewind
and
this.
Guess what? Like fruit flies to a fruit fly trap, all these losers are going to come flying around. And guess what? All I have to do is sit back, ignore them. And that's what I've been doing over the past many weeks. While others have been making content, I'm just ignoring them. Mind my own business.
I hate it when the audio cuts out like that.
You know, doing what I can. You know what? There is no shame in not wanting to be alone, Rep Zion. There is no shame.
Oh, you know what? No. I'm gonna back up. I think what they're referencing is, I don't remember if it was a live stream or in my uploaded video. I don't remember. I think they're referencing where I brought up the fact that they don't want to be alone. Because I remember I made a point about them not wanting to be alone, which is why with Isaiah, Julia, Sarah Faye, Jenny, and these other people in the past with women. By the way, interview 1 has been filmed and interview 2 is happening tonight. Interview 2 and 3 is happening tonight. But I already interviewed Jenny, the hot tub girl, and I made a point about how Firebat was very desperate to get in a relationship, which is why all the women in his past that I'm speaking with are talking about how desperate he was. Like, he talks to a girl and he instantly wants to date them, that he instantly falls in love with them. The Jenny girl, which I interview specifically, the interview is already done, it's already filmed, it's already edited. There's some juicy things in there. And after one interaction that he had with this hot tub girl, one interaction, he made her his phone background and was obsessed and was in love with her and pronouncing to her that he was in love with her. I'm not joking. That's when I say that's what I mean when that's the reference of being alone. It's like you don't want to be alone, so you don't want to be alone, so then you fucking just love bomb people with this wanting to get in a relationship. You meet one girl and then you're in love with her in 2 seconds, and you make her the phone background off a 10-minute interaction. That's fucking psychotic. I don't care if that was 5 years ago, 3 years ago, or 2 years ago, or 1 year ago, or 6 months. That's not a normal thing people do. You talk to a girl for 1 second and then you're in love with her? That's what I'm talking about when it comes to being alone. And I think that's the context in which they're referencing. And even then, I'm not shaming people for being in relationships. I'm bringing up the fact that your intention of wanting to be in a relationship, your motives originally were wrong. Desperate to be in a relationship. Look, I was that at one point many years ago when I was a virgin teen, 16, 17, 18. I was like, oh, poor me. I just want to be in a relationship. It would fix all my problems. I was there. I've been there. Most people have lived through that point of their younger years. But this is recent for you. Your behavior with like just falling in love with people, pronouncing that you love them. And you'll see when my interview video comes out, the interview that Firebat doesn't want you to see, with voice memos, with screenshots, with Facebook messages. You'll see what I mean. There's a trend here with all the fucking people interview of him just falling in love with people, saying that they love them within 2 seconds of meeting them.
And wanting to be with someone and have a partner. My baby girl is a living testimony of this very thing. Fun fact about babies. Babies want to be held all the time. They want attention all the time. We are literally designed by God to need people. We are meant to be in community, not isolated from each other, not segregated from people. We're meant to be in community. And that's something that Sarah will never understand because she's never had a community except online. And that's not real community. Sorry, fuck you. That's delusional. I will never get the true satisfaction of community or belonging online like I do for my church family.
Okay, to be fair, I agree with Firebat on this point in regards to community and like IRL people. Online communities is nothing compared to real life community. I don't even care if it's from church or not, but having a few close people of community of people that you can go and congregate with and talk to and be friends with and like socialize, that is extremely healthy. It is. And it does not compare to online communities. So like, I agree with them on this point.
Or from the magic group that I used to be a part of for a while. Or my
you
little
love your Mr. Rep Scion phone background? Oh God. Look, if I'm your background on your phone, please make sure that you're cleaning that every single day, please, for the phone's sake. Thanks.
There's something about interacting with humans that is 10 times more meaningful than any sort of online slop.
I mean, I agree.
I've seen these commentary channels in action. I've seen them talk to each other. They're absolutely miserable. They're so miserable that they want to point out how miserable they are through projecting how they see themselves through other people that they talk about.
I mean, the best Firebat, you do that all the fucking time.
I'm not just talking about just Repson talking about me. I'm talking about the Purple Perry talking about other people. I'm talking about Femuloid talking about other people. Not just talking about me, but her talking about other people. It's the same thing with all these commentaries. They're all the same at the end of the day. They're all pathetic. They're all sad. They all have no life. They say they do, but they really don't. Femuloid, for instance, doesn't even live.
I mean, fuck, man, I just work 50 hours a week. If that's not a life, I don't know what is. Also, if you like the stream, guys, hit the little $sign, become a member. Become an exclusive member of the channel today. We're at 19 out of 30 of my membership goal. We only need 11. We only need 11 more individual memberships, and we'll hit our goal. And then we'll be moving on to the next goal and get some special perks with that coming if we hit our full goal.
Life as a trans woman, she literally dresses up as a fetish freak and then goes on public as a boy and says, oh, I'm trans. Oh, I don't feel safe. Grow up, bitch. Own your shit. Own your mental illness like I do. I own shit.
Can you imagine? Own your mental illness. I'm better than you. I'm better than you because I own my mental illness. Jesus Christ. Holy fuck.
Now more than ever. Hello,
my
Commander.
God. The arrogance. The arrogance.
Oh, the Druid decks. I miss the Druids. Playing as a Druid. Or a Necronancer. Anywho. Sorry, I'm in a good mood. Today's a good day. Our bank account's doing well. I'm about to go inside and go shopping. I'm just kind of hanging out here for a little bit, get a break from the kiddo and the wife, and just vlog. Just do what I love doing. And that's what I do on here. And I was thinking about that too.
Also, Firebat, I'm shocked you didn't see me in your church service just a couple weeks ago. I thought you were gonna definitely notice me sitting in your congregation of your church service, but apparently not. Just fine. Not gonna make a scene. I'm not gonna do anything crazy. Just observe. Just watch from a distance.
Today, I'm like, you know what I mean? Minecraft videos I've been making over the past week and a half since returning. You know what's funny? 90% plus of all the content I've been making gets no attention. Maybe the shorts I make, they get attention, but the videos themselves, no one gives a fuck about my silent streams. I don't make stuff because I want attention. And that's something that what's his name? Rep Zion. Sorry, forgot his name for a second. Terrible. He's all like, oh yeah, you do content because you like attention. Well, guess what, you fucking loser? That's why everyone does it. If you're not doing it for attention, you stop making content.
Wow, what a genius realization. You mean every video that we post is for people to see? Wow. Congratulations. Every video, every live stream, everything we post on the internet is... We're posting it because we want it to be seen. Correct? Duh. But here's the thing. While we post content because we want it to be seen, your intention for wanting to get the attention can change. Things that you post in your content, or like, I don't know, let's say that you admit, hey, I'm going to fake my death for the 100th time on a YouTube video. That's tension-seeking behavior. We can all agree that we upload content with the intention of people seeing it. But what you put in that content, oh, I'm going to blow my brains out because somebody made a video on me. Yeah, that's what I would call attention-seeking behavior. There's a difference. You got to categorize things differently.
Period. No, you unwrapping cards. No, you eating food in public. No talking about me or other people. Just stop being content for a whole month. If these content creators can take a break for 1 whole month, then I'll believe that they don't do it for attention. I do it for attention too.
What is your point? You do realize that I do pre-recorded videos of shorts, right? So, like, if you're watching a short, like I uploaded a short this morning, an educational short that I'm doing. I made that like 4 days ago. Do you think every single day I'm like on YouTube, I gotta hubble? No, I post when I post. Sometimes it's like a couple days before posting, and even then, I don't care if I post because posting is not a super detrimental to me. Like, what is this? I have to stop making content for an entire month to prove that I'm not doing it for attention? Like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Fuck you, fucking retards.
Thank you.
Oh. It's good to get that off my chest. Well, without further ado, I like to keep my live streams between 10 minutes to 30 minutes, and so I can get going and enjoy the rest of my day and get home at some point and hang out with my baby girl and my wife and make burgers. Without further ado,
I saw a picture of their burger and it looked disgusting. I don't get much of anything, and a few I do. The nice people I'm close to, sure, it's attention, but it's actually more like connection and intimacy, also because I don't want to save to the camera roll. I mean, that's too, like, everybody has different reasons for why they upload content, but, like, ideally, even if we upload content, we want to, like, if I upload a photo of me and my family, I want other people in my family to see that picture. So technically, we're doing it for attention, and there's nothing inherently wrong with that. There isn't.
see you guys around. Remember, trolls on the internet are fucking pathetic. And long live the Empire. See ya, folks.
Long live the Empire. Okay. Dude, I love Star Wars, but this is a fucking weird thing to say in your videos. Like, long live the Empire, long live the Empire. You know, George Lucas created the Empire to represent Nazism, right?
Oh, smell the fresh rain. Oh, it smells great.
Hello, Lord Whale
I'm
Beef
going,
the Mighty.
to
Welcome.
go grab my wife and I some breakfast. It's been a very long night for us.
Also, if you like the stream, make sure to hit the $sign, become an exclusive member of the channel today. We're 19 out of 30.
And so we're like, no, we're not cooking this morning. We're not going to make breakfast. We're just going to go buy some breakfast. And so, yeah. So, new development with the baby. Last night, she pulled a fast one on us. So for the past 4 weeks, she's been eating... Unlock. Okay, there you go. Sorry, the car was misbehaving. The baby's been eating as much food she's supposed to. Plenty of dirty diapers. Just normal baby stuff. And then last night, for some reason, decided to barely eat at all.
Get your car fixed! Man, every time they get in the car, clunk, 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 clunk. Your car is gonna explode.
a lot and want to be helped.
Scares me hearing that sound.
My poor wife and I just took turns basically trying to get rest, and so at some point I ended up just laying on the couch, had the baby, of course, on my chest facing outward, and held myself propped in a way so that the baby wouldn't fall off of me. She's small enough right now that it doesn't really matter. She's not going to fall off me. But getting that rest was much needed. So, but she ended up eating normally this morning, so it might have been a fluke. But she did yesterday too, briefly, for one of the meals where she barely ate anything, and it took me like 4 hours to feed her. 110 milliliters. Babies.
You don't want to. CJ says, I don't want any updates on his baby. That should be private close. I mean, I agree with you, but that's just not going to happen. They've been making sure to publicize every aspect of their baby and newborn constantly on the internet, which is so fucking irresponsible. And it's honestly disgusting, but there's nothing I can do about it. And there's nothing I'm going to do about it, because like, it's your own kid. If you want to fucking harm them in that way and put their face on the internet when they can't consent, that's your own prerogative. But I think it's a really fucking shitty thing parents can do.
Oh, look at that. Oh, that's so cute. Look at that. Lovely couple kissing each other before they go to work.
Did he just fart? Was that? Don't tell me that was a fart. He's like, oh, that's a beautiful couple.
Before they go to work. Oh, so cute. Look at that. Lovely couple kissing each other before they go to work.
No, maybe that was the. I'm sorry. Maybe that was the wipers.
Those were the days. Sorry, I'm remembering a time when my wife and I used to.
Yeah, that's definitely the wipers. He didn't fart.
Where I would walk her out to her car, or she would walk me out to the car, and would have a mini make-out session, and then she would take off to work, or I would take off to work, or whatever. We don't really do that anymore. Now it's kind of like, bye, love you. We run out the door. But on occasion, I'll go out and meet her.
Sorry, I'm a child. I think farting's hilarious. I will always think it's farting hilarious. And in my past partners, man, I've always had fart wars with people that I've dated. It's so fun.
She gets home from work or something, go and meet her outside and love on her. I enjoy doing that. She never expects it when I do it. I remember one time she was having a really crappy day, and she drove home from work later in the afternoon. It was raining outside, and I didn't put shoes on. I was like, you know what? My wife just called me. She was like, hey, I'll be home in like 3 minutes. I'm like, you know what? We're just gonna go outside. Went out to the car.
Yeah, by the way, what Dark Haley said, I don't know, you guys missed my live stream I did 2 weeks ago. They were in this car. They told me in a video, they mentioned me by name. They said, Repsion, that I am jealous of their fucking car. I'm dead ass, even though my car is newer and doesn't sound like that and has way lower mileage. And I've had the same car since I've been 16 years old, that I was jealous of their fucking car. Trust me, I am not. My car is in much better condition. It does not sound like it's about to fucking break on the highway.
Barefoot, shorts, tank top. What are you doing out barefooted? It's cold and wet outside. I love you. That's the type of stuff I do. Now, why is our car just
Good on you, Brooke. Good on you. That's an awesome
Wait,
parent right there. Hopefully McDonald's is open. 6:22. They should be open. Yeah, they're open. There's people right there in the line right now. One car currently. Are they going to go through the drive-thru? They're going through a drive-thru. I think they're going through a drive-thru.
Hi, welcome to McDonald's. Are you trying to add today?
No.
What can we get started for you?
I'm going to take 2 of your sausage McMuffin with eggs.
Okay, good taste. I like those. 2 of them.
You said 2 sausage burritos?
Wait, hold up for a second. This is the same person who fucking 2 weeks ago was saying that all I do is eat junk food, and yet you're going to McDonald's, something that I've regularly reviewed of new food products. So, like, aren't you hypocritical by stating that I eat junk food and review fast food while you're also going to McDonald's and getting fast food? Like, come on. Where's the consistency?
No, I said 2 sausage McMuffins with egg.
What is it for you?
I will take 2 sausage biscuits, 2 hash browns.
Dude, KJ, I love McGriddles. I fuck with the McGriddle.
1 large mocha frappe.
Frappe? I thought it was called a frap. Is that actually how you say it? Frappe? A caramel frappe? It was frappuccino. Frap. Just, I don't know.
And 1 medium Minute Aid.
Anything else for you today?
Yeah, you know what Brooke said. I don't understand, dude. The sausage biscuits are weird to me. Like a biscuit with like cheese and egg and sausage, that's fine. But like just a biscuit with a piece of sausage, I will never understand that. I've tried it before. It's so nasty. Like I need more oomph. I need cheese. I need egg. I need more to it than just a fucking sausage and a biscuit. I don't understand how people could eat that. It's so dry.
I said Minute Aid, not lemonade.
So what item is it? I'm sorry?
Orange juice.
Oh, gotcha.
Does this person not know what orange juice is? And that's it.
So it looks like your stream. Is everything correct?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Damn. I know how frustrating those.
How goddamn those fucking fast food workers, they can't even fucking listen properly.
Headsets are. I used to work at this McDonald's at one point.
Oh.
There you go. Yep.
$15.
You want your receipt?
Yes, please.
Here you go.
Thank you. Hey guys, how you guys doing every morning going? I see 6.
Fun fact, the drive-thru staff can see and hear you. Can they? Can they, Wallflower?
People watching. It's crazy this morning. People don't know what Minute Aid and orange juice is, and they sell it. You'd think they'd know that. It must be a new person. I'm gonna just turn this way just slightly. And then they thought I said egg burrito when I said sausage. Whatever it's called. It's not all for me, just for loud and clear. For those of you new, good. Hope all you beautiful people are doing okay.
Remember when they had a dollar menu? Yeah, I miss those days. Back when you can get 1 McChicken for 99 cents. Now McChickens are $3.50 where I'm at.
Okay, we're a little tired.
To be fair, though, I think the best item from McDonald's is their McChickens. Maybe it's just a nostalgic thing for me, but like a McChicken is the one thing I can eat at McDonald's I don't get tired of. It's not gross. It's nostalgic. I like it. It tastes the same. It doesn't feel like it's ever changed. It's the one thing McDonald's that I will always eat is a McChicken.
But we're okay.
And they're just
Good
cute.
morning.
Am I weird for thinking that food is cute?
Perfect.
Enjoy. Look at there.
You too, ma'am. Thank you. And that is how you be polite to people when they serve you.
And that is how you be polite to people when they serve you. Meanwhile, it's like, they don't even fucking know what Minute Aid is. Dude, not fucking, they must be a new fucking person. But that's how you be so nice to people. Like, oh, come on, dude. Two-faced bitch.
I remember one time, me and one of my exes, we went to a trip up to, let's see, is it Dead Enough? No, not Dead Enough. Let's do that. Not today. We went to a concert with my cousin Benny up in Seattle, and we were eating at a very fine, very expensive restaurant called The Purple. And I remember my cousin's brother,
I influenced you to get the Taco Bell chicken pizza, and how did you like it, Billy Joel?
I think, Richard, I think his name is, he was so rude to customers. Or sorry, not to customers, sorry, to this wait staff. I mean, it took us like an hour to get our food, and we had a concert to get to. But the way that he was just talking the entire time was so condescending, and I just, as someone who's worked in the food industry,
How can you act so superior while unemployed? It's me,
working at a
Cloud.
grocery store, you need to be polite to people. You know, they're there to serve, and they're there to do a job, and they're just doing their best trying to take care of their families. And it just makes me angry when people who work in the food industry or in any capacity like that, retail, and people just treat them like shit. Like, oh yeah, you owe us. We are paying you. We're owed. And it's like, no. Luckily, I've only had 1 or 2 customers ever treat me like that. And I'm usually very patient, especially with customers. It's a lot different than with people in real life. Outside.
You gotta get your wipers replaced, because if it keeps doing that, eventually the rubber part of your wiper is actually gonna scratch the glass on your car and potentially get your glass windshield to crack. Just FYI.
You know, work.
Later, Doomy. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Let's see. Be kind to service industry folks that are overworked and underpaid. Yeah, I know. That's why I don't do food industry. I won't do it. I don't care. I won't touch that crap. The last fast food job I had was working for Taco Time, and that was the best fast food job I've ever had. And I loved it. I mean, I got to travel all over the place and enjoyed the work I did for Taco Time.
Why did they quit Taco Time? Taco Time is good, but God, the only thing I don't like about Taco Time is it's expensive as shit. Like, Taco Time is expensive. They're like bean long, like, what is this, a taquito? Their long bean taquitos are so good.
I'm just sad that, you know, they couldn't get me enough hours for me to actually stay around.
Oh, they didn't give him enough hours. Okay.
So, I like the arrangement my wife and I have. Definitely makes it a lot easier for me to function. I'll tell you what.
Hello, Shadow Panda. Welcome.
My live streams have been reduced to shorts. Short live streams. Oh. Gotta keep myself up somehow, right? Maybe I need to play some death metal or something. Oh. Alright. Oh. Well, I'm good going, folks. Thanks for joining me for this brief, small hangout live stream.
All right, that was boring.
Hello, hello, hello. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I know I am. I just had a nice shower. I'm actually, after this live stream, we'll be crawling
And no waffle stomping, right? No shitting in the shower and stuffing it down the drain? Did you have a good shower? You didn't fucking make a plumber's nightmare, please?
into bed and go to bed for the night so I can prepare for taking care of the baby tomorrow morning around 5 or 4 in the morning, depending on what my wife's needs are. And so, after yesterday's live stream, I decided to sit down with my wife and I unloaded how I've been feeling, the anxiety, depression, all that stuff. And she kindly reminded me of the fact that nothing's happened.
No shit, Sherlock. Oh, CJ Parsons, 9730. Thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Guys, we're at 20 members of the channel. The highest we've ever had in 40 live streams. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate you, CJ Parsons. 9730. We're 10 away.
Nothing's going to happen. She reminded me of her own past with her own mistakes online, and that no one had did anything about those either. And the fact is, I've taken the past 3 weeks to listen to all these different commentary channels, what they have to say, what they think. And my only response at this point is I am sorry. And that's it. No more, no less.
Can I make a video on the most recent McJugger recent scandal? Honestly, Rubber Wilbur, I don't really want to. I think it's disgusting that somebody fucking makes an exploitative video talking about, yeah, we just had an abortion because we saw that our kid has Down syndrome. I don't know. It's just unnecessary. I think certain things should be private, and I don't want to know about somebody fucking their kid's diagnosed with Down syndrome, so they terminated it, and they're just sitting on camera talking about, like, I don't want to know about it. That should be private between you and your wife and not exploited for fucking YouTube views. That's my opinion on the whole pregnancy shit.
No explanation, no over saying things, just leaving it as it is. And so the next thing we were talking about, she told me that I should not give up on my dreams and my goals to be a YouTuber and a vlogger, and I shouldn't just give up on it just because people give me pushback, or people tell me I shouldn't do something, or I act on immediately on people's opinions. She's what holds me in place. She's what helps me cope with all the stuff as a locale, but also with the other stuff I've been doing.
Your wife helps you cope as a lolcow. That's a wild statement.
Especially with taking on the channel.
Wife responsibilities. Helping my wife not become a lolcow.
Sorry, not channel. The title of Chris Chan 2.0. And so after much consideration yesterday and a little bit this morning, as you can see, if you go over, Firebat and Family is up and running. I didn't upload everything. I just uploaded just the stuff from the main channel. And what I'm doing is I'm slowly uploading things from that channel into this one. And so I set a limit of 100 videos today. And I didn't even make that goal. I think I put like 63, 64 videos up. And I believe 7 of them were content that I created today. And so we're back. So therapy, it's a thing, it's amazing. And one of the things I'm learning in therapy is that I'm learning breathing exercises to help me cope when I start feeling stressed, or when I see something that makes my heart jump, setting a boundary.
Okay, well, look, that's good. Breathing exercises do work. There's science behind them. Breathing exercises when you're stressed or you're fucking up or doing something or you're having an emotional reaction, that is actually super helpful. So I'm glad that they're actually learning something that could potentially help them not beat their wife.
That's part of the reason why I'm not going to be having comments enabled whatsoever. That's why it starts everything every single time. It starts the same way every single time. I make videos, next thing you know I'm live streaming, next thing you know I have comments enabled, next thing you know people are talking, next thing you know someone basically needs to go see something, and then bada bing, bada boom, next thing you know I am going through the same cycle of behavior. And so the reason I'm talking about this is because I already addressed this on YouTube, but here, not so much. And so, long story short, I did watch a YouTuber yesterday named Rep Zion. Apparently this entire time I'm calling him Rap Zion, not Rep Zion.
What? Did he still say my name wrong?
Named Rep Zion. Apparently. So, long story short, I did watch a YouTuber yesterday.
Thank you for that shekel.
Named Rep Zion. Apparently this entire time I'm calling him Rap Zion, not Rep.
He still said it wrong! It's Rep Z on. Rep Z on. Rep Z on. My lord, man. Dude, at the end of the day, it's not a big deal. It's fucking funny to me. Thank you so much for the $2 donation in therapy. Really, I don't know if I believe it. I mean, maybe JG. I don't know. I'm not really gonna say that they're not, or they are or aren't. They mentioned that they're doing what is that therapy thing called BetterHelp? A BetterHelp website where you like get matched with a therapist or something. I don't know. I'm not. It's not my honest business to say if somebody is or isn't. I am a full advocate for therapy at the end of the day, and I'm never gonna diss somebody for being in therapy, ever. It's just not going to happen. I don't even care if it's a bad person like Firebat. It's not going to happen. Therapy's good. I advocate for therapy. Therapy is always a good thing.
And hear what he has to say and all that. And I didn't listen to every little thing he had to say, but I did hear some of the stuff he was saying. And
Firebat's trolling you? Maybe.
This is my response to that video. So people seem to think that I am incapable of change. And so what I did is I uploaded a bunch of videos today, not just of who I am now with the baby, but videos from my past too, that are a living testimony of my change through the many years. And one of the things my wife mentioned to me yesterday is that there was a time before November 2025 where I was happy. I was able to upload, make content left and right, gaming, vlogging, update videos. I had over 10,000 videos, and I didn't have a care in the world, didn't care about people's opinions, and I made enough content that I wasn't a big deal. I didn't become a big deal on YouTube until I allowed certain internet personalities into my life. And instead of just dismissing them, like I do 95% of trolls on the internet, I encouraged them. I interacted with them. And these internet commentary personalities, well, now I am where I am because I elected their opinions, their thoughts, their people's thoughts and opinions, the pictures of me that they would share as thumbnails or pictures in the videos. And then there's the fact of the titles. Some of these titles I've seen on YouTube have been really, really hurtful, especially one saying that I am a predator, which that's not true in any way or form. Everyone that knows me in reality knows I'm not a predator whatsoever. And so seeing stuff like that really hurt my feelings. And so when
I mean, at least they're honest that their feelings got hurt. But honestly, if your feelings get that hurt on the internet, you probably shouldn't be using the internet that frequently. That's my belief, though. Like, I can't understand somebody getting hurt by a YouTube title. I just can't, because like I'm so desensitized over the 15 years. So
I think my therapist has suggested is that I just don't look, which I can do that if I remove the temptation, which part of the reason why I keep going and looking is here's how the cycle works. I come back on YouTube, I start making content, and then somewhere down the road, someone makes a comment, oh, this YouTuber we're talking about here now is really concerning, you should be concerned. And then I go, oh, okay, and I go check out the channel, see the videos, and go, holy crap. And then I start feeling anxiety, then I have a panic attack, then I take everything down simultaneously within an hour and a half, and then disappear, as if it never existed. And then I go through this kind of touching the water with my toe, trying to figure out if I feel like coming back or not. I kind of do this back and forth and indecision, like Chidi from The Good Place. Can't decide one or the other.
dude just tries to intellectualize his behavior to avoid change.
Someone I care about comes alongside me and says, hey, I know how much this means to you, don't give up. And so that's why we're here, where we're at. For the time being. We'll see how long this lasts. If I stay a while, cool. The other thing she brought up is that all these online threats and everything, none of it has been acted out. Rep Zion hasn't come to my home. People who know me in reality.
And I would never come to your fucking house. Ever, 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 ever. I got your address, though. But I'm not going to come to your house. That will never happen. I promise you. Mark my little word, my little heart. Trust me, if you know what people haven't ever considered is that over the last 15 years of my history on YouTube, okay, I had some people were really mad some people were really upset at me that I played this moral grandstand. How dare you ask for somebody's address, right? In 15 years, show me a single place where I, Daniel Repsion, have maliciously used somebody's address against somebody. Maliciously. Like I've done something really fucked up with that address. Show me. 15 years on YouTube. I'll wait. I've never done anything with people's... I have tons of addresses of people that I've talked about. What you do with information, that matters. I've never done anything malicious. And I wouldn't. So, I don't know. Until people fucking do things, people can speculate and be, well, how dare you ask for somebody's address? Yeah, and I'd fucking do it again. So what?
They haven't confronted me. The threats and allegations that people have brought to my attention have literally just been that, just words, no actions. And my wife just kind of looks at me just like, why am I taking things so seriously? Because she's not. She's chill about it. She has no fear of them whatsoever. She's not afraid of these people like I am. I'm terrified. And everyone knows it.
Why? Why are you so terrified? Why are you so terrified?
It's obvious from my locale behavior. And so, with that being said...
I am not intimidating, dude, at all.
one of the things Rep Zion said made sense. I don't know why I'd never thought of it this way before.
What did I say?
After all this time of making content.
I don't even know what I said.
You think I would know this, but I didn't. He goes, your online presence, people watch it, whether they like it or not. It is their business because I put it there for them to see. And, you know, when he worded it that way, I've never heard anyone word it that way before. I just kind of like, okay. So I was given a clear, indecisive decision, either stay off or stay on. And I've been given that choice a couple times by people in the past, but the way he worded it was a little bit more comprehensive for me in my brain.
Well, I'm glad that I could help you comprehend something as retarded as that, okay? It's true, though. Like, it has nothing to do with Firebat directly. I literally have said this in many... what people post on the internet, if you have people who follow you and you post something, I don't know, controversial, or you're doing something shitty, you make it the internet's business to get involved. It really is. Like, if the internet was getting involved in your life on things that you didn't post on the internet, then it would be a no-brainer. Then I would be like, okay, yeah, that's fucked up. The internet's just covering you and talking about your life, even though you don't put this out there. But if you're doing that, if you're posting that content, you involve people in your life. That's a lot of drama, a lot of YouTube drama, whether it be me, anyone, can be completely, utterly, 100% avoided based upon the things that you choose to upload. We all do stupid things sometimes. But I'm glad that they can take away from this. I'm glad I'm actually making sense to them, because that's the reason I said that you make people's business. You make people's business what you post online.
And so I thought over inside, you know what?
It's like, look, just wipe up. So the person who mentioned, I don't know if they're still in chat, but somebody mentioned to me the McJuggernauts YouTube video, which somebody asked me to cover that. I'm not going to because I don't want to. This is what I'll use a video example. This is the McJuggernauts situation. McJuggernauts is a YouTuber who uploaded a video with his wife. They're on camera. They're both sobbing and crying. And they're like, we just committed abortion and killed our baby. These are their words. Because we did what's the DNA genetic testing, where you find out if your child is going to be autistic or has Down syndrome. And they found out their child is going to be severely mentally disabled. Okay, so the kid was going to have Down syndrome. Some people choose to have their kids when they have that. Some people don't. I think that's a very personal, private matter. That should not be the fucking internet's business. Period. Period. Why? I mean, I know why they would do something like that. One, it goes viral. Two, it gets hundreds of thousands of views, so you are making money from it. But it's just like, I'm sorry. One of the problems with social media is the fact that people can't live in the present, and they always have to have a camera or record or document or post things on the internet for people to see. And I find that so mentally damaging and deranged, where you have to document every part of your personal life that shouldn't be on the internet. I don't want to know about somebody having their fucking killing their kid, or, whoops, maybe killing the kid's wrong. I don't know. I'm for abortion, but like, I don't want to know about somebody having to go through an abortion and telling the internet and like them sitting on camera crying about how, oh my God, they're so upset and angry and sad and hurt that they had to terminate their kid because they had Down syndrome. Like, you know, like it's nobody's business, but now they've made it people's business. And I don't know if you guys have seen all the McJuggernauts. Like, there's a bunch of controversy going around on like, this shouldn't have been posted. They shouldn't have done this. It should have been private. Why are you telling the internet this? And like, to an extent, I agree. It shouldn't be on the internet. Keep that private. Grieve privately when it comes to those types of things. Like, I don't know what you expect when obviously the abortion topic is a huge controversial thing on YouTube, right? So naturally, by posting a video, you're going to have people who are pro-life and pro-abortion fighting, and the video is fucking going to go viral, right? And it does. It fucking goes viral because you have anti-abortion and you have for-abortion people fighting, and then people, he terminated a child, he committed murder. Like, oh my God, dude. It shouldn't be on the internet. But I get it. Financially, view-wise, attention-wise, it's a smart financial incentive to get a lot of money, because they probably made a lot of money off that fucking video. I haven't actually even looked. I don't even know how many views it has. Probably has over. It has to have over 1 million views, probably, based upon the subject matter. Because, like, again, you're dealing with abortion, and that's a very controversial subject. So naturally, people are going to have their opinions. Oh shit! I didn't even realize. Sorry, I'm behind on chat. Trans Firebat. I don't even. I'm sorry. I'm reading chat. I don't even know. I agree with you. I can't get mad. LOL. If he wants to come to my door, let him, but he better make sure he has a warrant. I'm not going to come to your fucking door, dude. If I truly care about Rep's design opinions, I should have continued to make videos about him. Obsessed to react. I said my other videos, I would no longer be making content about him. Exception of short status. You deleted a message. I didn't even see the message. Jenny XO says, pool party this summer. I think I know a place with a hot tub. Well, of course, I'm enjoying this because none of it is true. I'm literally responding to your own video, but whatever. Didn't Daddy Chill originate from Mr. Didn't Daddy Chill originate from McJuggernaut? I don't know McJuggernaut's history. I see what you did with the hot tub. Very funny. We don't do the stuff like that anymore. Okay.
Screw it. We're back. So we will be live streaming on here and then making content over on YouTube. For the moment.
If you guys like to stream, make sure to hit the $sign, become a member. Exclusive perks in my Discord. We're 20 out of 30.
I will be doing live streams on here when I actually have something I need to share with people. The bottom line is this. The reason why I make content on here in the first place, why I share myself on Facebook like this, is because there are people who know me in real life who care, and I want them to be able to find me and see how I'm doing. Especially, there are people in my life who do want to know what's going on with me and see how I'm doing, but they don't want to be friends on Facebook, and that's fine. This is a way for them to know how we're doing, so they don't have to interact with me. And there are people like that, because I've had a couple people ask me if I do stuff like that. Yeah, I guess that's it. In regards to the stuff going on between me and Tanya over the many months, all I have to say is I am sorry. The second thing I would have to say is I've already apologized to her. I've already talked to the victim from 10 years ago. I already apologized to these people, and so I have nothing more to say on the matter. So that's why I'm saying I'm sorry and leaving it at that. When it comes to people's opinions on me, people are allowed to have opinion. People are allowed to have their thoughts. People are allowed to have feelings. There's nothing I can do about that anyway if I wanted to, but also it is what it is. So at this point, our goal is to continue what we are doing. We talked yesterday.
Okay, this is boring. Where is the? Oh, is this it? This is it.
I can admit this. So one of the manipulation tactics that I tried to use in the past, when I say past tense, is I would try to make myself look like I died so that people would shut up about me, and it didn't work. So that's probably what that's talking about. Let's see.
Let's do that again.
I can admit this. So one of the manipulation tactics that I tried to use in the past, when I say past tense, is I would try to make myself look like I died so that people would shut up about me.
I remember when I brought this up about the multiple channels where you're like, rest in peace, Firebat. It was up for less than 24 hours and then it was deleted. I remember Firebat accusing me of lying about this, but here they are on record admitting that this is something that they did. What? Yes, I am the biggest liar that is on the internet. I saw it. I saw the channel. I saw you do this multiple times. And then when I brought it up, I was lying about it, apparently. But now I'm not lying about it because you admit to it. This was just a couple days ago. Fascinating.
I can admit this. So one of the manipulation tactics that I tried to use in the past, and I say past tense, is I would try to make myself look like I died.
Okay, so if you have changed from this, you've admitted this. This is manipulative behavior. We can agree with that. You've admitted this. I expect you never to do this ever again. If you have changed, you will never do this again. You will never do this again. You've admitted that you fake your death, suiciding yourself, in order to make people stop talking about you. This has been admitted. We just watched the clip 3 fucking times. What's with the Darth Revan outfit? I know it's insulting, isn't it? You are not Revan. You will never be Revan. Ever. Revan is one of my favorite Star Wars characters of all time. But, like, God.
That people would shut up about me. And it didn't work. So that's probably what that's talking about. Let's see.
So that's interesting. I just wanted to highlight that part. Where is... Did I not download the... I may have not downloaded this. Let's see here. All right, we're on the Internet Archives. Okay, we're not going to watch Baby Dedication. Master of the Unit. Oh, is this it? What is this? I think this is it. Is it not? Is there no audio for me? There's no audio. Why is there no audio? Okay, is there no audio with that one? Let's try this one.
I've had just a boatload of people just ask me, when are you going to bring back the Discord, or do you have a Discord server? And, you know, for the most part, I've been really, really intimidated by the idea of ever returning back to the Discord server and or just...
Trans Firebat 26. Since you're here in the chat, I'm going to say this for the record. In my audio recording, I asked for your address because I wanted to stream bomb you. I meant what I said. But I'm not going to show up at your house. A stream bomb could be anywhere. Did you go to Olive Garden last week? Well, I could show up to your Olive Garden. That's all it means. I have never said I'm going to come to your house. I would never say that I'm coming to come to your house. The word house has never been uttered by my mouth outside of this right now. I am not going to show up to anybody's house. In 15 years on the internet, I've never done that. Even to my biggest arch nemesis, which is Onision, and he lives 10 minutes away from me, and I've never done that. It's not going to happen. I know you would like that to happen. I know you would like me to show up at your house, because if I did, you could make a shit ton of content. It would get a lot of views, and a lot of people would cover it, and they'd be like, Repsion bad. She showed up to somebody's house. Yeah, that's not going to happen. I would love to stream bomb you, though. That would be fucking hilarious.
Doing Discord just because it just caused a lot of problems. So we have a Discord server where people can interact with me, ask questions, hang out with me.
Wait, they're making a Discord?
Hang out with each other, come up with content ideas, brainstorm, maybe people who want to collab in the future on projects, potentially with Minecraft. I don't know yet. I'm getting to a point where my confidence is being restored. I'm getting to a point where I'm rebuilding myself from the ground up. So we are still taking a pause from making Minecraft stuff. We're taking a pause from all other content making at this point. Wow, you know what's really weird is when you walk like at 5 or 6 in the morning, like it's just, there's just no traffic. It's so like humanless, it feels like.
Dude, I love it when there's no traffic. Makes my job easy.
And then you get back later in the day and it's like, so much people, So right now we're going to my HRT appointment. So this was going to happen is I'm vlogging going down to it, and then I'll make another vlog probably coming on the way back home. Let you guys know how that went.
So remember, guys, this is the car that Firebat said that I'm jealous of.
We're just going to our appointment, taking care of the appointment, and then heading back home. So Discord's up and running, and so this is all I ask. If you're a commentary channel or drama channel, do not come into my Discord if you plan to either harass me or try to debate me or try to, you know, have...
Oh, I recognize that bus. That's Community Transit. They tried to hire me.
Conversation about something, because it's not going to go well. It never does for commentary
King County Metro pays way more.
channels. I'm not interested in doing debates. I'm not interested in
The fact that Repsion is a horror cow and continues to lie about stuff like me. You haven't demonstrated what I've lied about, Trans Firebat. About stuff like me stalking Sarah Faye. Bro, you literally walked by Sarah Faye's place. Literally less than 2 blocks. Apparently he's doing an interview with you. I'm not doing an interview with you. I have never asked to do an interview with you at any point. I don't know where you're pulling this out of your fucking hairy asshole, but I have never said I'm going to be doing an interview with you. What I said is I'm going to be interviewing 5 different people. 5 IRL people who have all experienced, and some of them were in your church group. 3 different people were from your church group, actually, that have come to me that I'll be talking to. Interview 1 is already complete. But yeah, I don't want to interview you, Firebat. No offense. It wouldn't not be beneficial. We would just go in circles. And I don't believe that you would want to talk to me anyway, so.
Being humiliated and then recorded while having a conversation.
And learn what the fuck a horror cow is. Because, like, your definition of that is very, very off. There would not be 111 people watching me right now if I was a horror cow, let me tell you that.
And then have that conversation uploaded into YouTube. And then have people, berate me. So I'm just not interested in that type of behavior. But if you're coming in, you want to hang out, want to get to know me, you're friendly, you want a place where you can just chill with other people and talk, like a community.
I admit that I left the job due to lying about Firebat, I literally brought that point up. I'm not lying about you. In today's stream, I mentioned that you left your job. You left your job, not that you were fired, that you left your job because they lied about the payment. I literally said that today. So I don't know what you're trying to say. You've worked a lot of different jobs, all right? And each job that I've talked about, I have been absolutely 100% truthful in the context of that particular job. When I talked about you getting fired from the maid's job, do you remember that? You worked at a maid's job and you only got to day 2 and you were fired? You were fired from that job. It's not me lying.
Then that's what we're going to do, whether people like it or not. So that's the theme we're going for at this point. And we need to do a thing.
That was some good acceleration right there.
And that's how you pass a semi-truck on a 2-lane main road. Also, I don't want to get behind that thing when it comes to getting on the freeway, because getting on the freeway with one of those things sitting there, just sit and sit.
I agree with you here, Firebat. Dude, I can't tell you how many times I've almost been ran off the road by semi-trucks. I always get scared with semi-trucks because they do have really bad blind spots. When I'm next to a semi-truck all the time, I always speed past that shit because it scares me. And that's, as a commercial driver, that scares me.
Sit until there's like little to no traffic. So, no, not today. Hi, I called it. I freaking called it. Okay, moving on. So Discord's up and running. So be respectful, be kind. If you're someone that have been a moderator here on YouTube before, and you want to be a moderator possibly in the Discord, join the Discord, say, I would like to be a moderator. Moderators, unfortunately, I'm going to have to confirm who you are on YouTube for out of respect. And so that's how we're going to do it. So here's the deal. Hello, Serenity Fireball. Welcome to my channel today. Hope you're having a fantastic afternoon with little Saphira. So, next thing.
Please watch Firebat Sarah Faye Archives episode 1 2 where I address the emails where, well, I've already watched that. Well, actually, wait, season 1. I watched the one where you talked about your job. Maybe I watched a clip of it. I don't know.
I need to address is.
But I've already told people exactly what you said. So if I'm repeating what you're saying, then I can't be lying about it. Unless you're lying, which then makes me a liar. So we're both lying about each other because you lied first. So I don't know.
This is going to be...
That's confusing.
I have created a new Amazon wish list.
I hope it's not like giant, big, black dildos.
From scratch. As the person that I am today. Not with all the stuff from the past.
Okay.
So I didn't like some of the things I had in my wish list. I decided to just cut it off all the time. Hello there! Thick, unfortunately.
I just want to say, since you're here, Firebat, please stop live streaming and driving. It's super dangerous. It's not safe. If a cop pulled you over, you will get a ticket for doing this, by the way. The fact that I'm actually giving you sound advice not to do something like this, and you're probably not going to take it anyway, you're lost. But it's a driving hazard and it's illegal to be driving while you're live streaming like this.
I cannot carry any conversation, so if anyone writes anything in the boxes while driving, it has to be like very short and to the point. Anything longer, I would have to wait till, unfortunately, I get parked. And so that's part of the reason why I left a little earlier. So if I have any questions, or you guys have any questions, I can read those safely, so I can focus on driving and not looking at the screen every 2 seconds. So I can glance briefly, just like you would if you're changing like a radio station, but that's as far as I go with looking at my phone while driving. So,
See, look, okay, look at that, dude. Firebat, stop! You are literally taking off your eyes off the road for almost 2 to 3 seconds. In those 2 to 3 seconds, this car could get in front of you and you could do a head-on collision. Literally, dude. Literally, dude. Right here. You're literally doing something illegal. I hope to God a cop actually pulls you over and gives you a fucking fat fucking ticket, because at this point, you're a driving hazard. I know you're in chat right now because you're talking in chat, but seriously, stop fucking doing this. You're gonna fucking get hit. You're gonna get hurt. You're gonna have your kid in the fucking car. You're putting yourself at risk. You're putting your kid at risk. You're putting Tanya at risk. Stop being a fucking idiot. This is dangerous. 3 seconds. Do you know how fast stopping time requires for your car when you're going 60 miles an hour?
let's see. Alright, looking at cars, making sure. Okay.
This is what pisses me off, is the danger you're putting other people's lives at risk.
Oh, so next thing, so with the Amazon wish lists, is basically I'm looking for stuff for my family. There's a couple fun stuff I wanted to get, you know. Moo indeed. Moo, moo, moo. That's one of my wife's and I's catchphrases we like to say to each other. We go, moo?
Moo, moo,
Or,
moo. Now you probably want to milk the titties, right? You'll find all about milking titties in my interview when it drops. The interview Firebat doesn't want you to see. That's going to be the name.
It's a cutesy thing we do. One of many things we do. So that's, if anyone's joining this live stream, like, what the heck? Why are people saying moo at each other? That's why. So, that's running. The original Firebat spring store for buying merch is back up and running.
Merch is back up and running, which I believe this is their merch store. The Firebat merch store. Oh my lordy lord. Number one, who in their fucking right mind would spend $24? Why would you spend $25? Look at how tiny the fucking logo is. It's so small. Who the fuck is even... Are you that embarrassed about your fucking logo? Like, look at how tiny that is. I can't even fucking read that. The logo is smaller than your pee-pee. Fuck. Who would... What? Firebat, $20 a poster. The rules: never be cruel, never be cowardly, never give in. Oh, you know what? Number 4, I like that. Never give up. In the words of Galaxy Quest, never give up, never surrender. Number 5, always try to be nice. And 6, never fail to be kind. Wow, that is a motivational poster with an AI fucking robot boobies. Trolls on the internet are pathetic. Oh, here's a much bigger... Trolls on the internet are pathetic. $40 for that? Holy shit. You gotta at least buy the poster. You know, don't tempt me, okay? Don't tempt me to buy this poster and just to put it on my wall. See, the problem is if I gave Firebat $20, that would be used against me for eternity by everybody. Everybody would be like, dude, you gave him $20. I don't know, guys. Should I buy this? Hello, welcome to my channel. I am a trans woman as of February 2025. I have been a Christian since October 2010. I'm a centrist at heart with a Republican leaning. By day, I'm married to a trans woman and a trans mother to my daughter. I don't know, guys. Should I buy this poster and put it up on my wall? What do you think, Firebat? Since you're in the chat, should I buy this? Should I give you my money? $20? You know what? No. Let's engage with my audience. All right. I don't. I'm gonna do a poll. I buy the Firebat poster. Yes and no. Okay, guys. This is community given. So here we go. Look in the chat right now. I need you guys to vote. Vote right now. Even if you guys are lurking, I need a vote. Come on, vote. All right, what do we got? We get yes. No. Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh, the poll, 41%, 63. Who's gonna win? Yes and no. Okay. 21 votes. Please don't. 30. Dude, look at this. You guys are fighting. There's 33 votes right now. The poster is yes, pure art. Oh, we know who voted yes there. 40%, 60%, 37 votes. Come on, guys. Let's get to 50 votes. There's 121 people right now. Let's get to 50 votes. I need to get to 50 votes. Hit the fucking vote button. You can be a silent chatter. You don't got to reveal who you are. Come on. 42 votes. 42 votes. Let's get to 50 votes. Come on. No. I'd say yes and Photoshop it and make it a bad funny. I mean, it already is bad funny. This poster is already bad funny. Graphic design is Firebat's passion. I know. Whoever voted yes, please hates Repsy. 42 votes in 1 minute. Don't give Firebat your money. 45 votes. We need 5 more votes, and then I'll close the poll. The vote just went down. Went to 44, 46. Oh my God, 45. Oh, they're going back and forth. 46. There's a vote war happening right now on live stream. 47. 3 more. Are we gonna get 50? 50 votes. Come on, one of you guys. We gotta get to 50. When it hits the 50, the poll will be finished. Firebat, you should just fear the judgment of God because clearly you haven't repented and turned away from your sins. All right, guys. I think you guys have spoken. The poll has spoken. 47 votes in total. 42% of you said yes. 58% of you said, 48% said no. Or 43. Oh, up 43. One more vote and we hit the 50%. Up. We lost. 49 votes in total. We're at 57% with a no and 43% with a yes. One more vote. Who will be the final vote? 50 votes. End poll. There we go. Poll is finished. 50 votes in total. 50% said 50. That's actually way higher than I thought it would. 58% said no. 42% said yes. It's a little too close for comfort, guys. Guys, sorry. Firebat, if you're still in the chat, I'm sorry. You don't get my $20. Is it I think it's AI generated image. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Ask Firebat. Firebat's in the chat right now. Firebat, is this an AI generated image of your poster? You guys are no fun. That poster belongs in a museum. I agree. It should, but I guess it won't be me. I
never really took it down, if I'm being honest. I just kind of left it there just in case, people want to. So here's the thing. All proceeds that I get from that will go to a private fund for my daughter for college. So any merch you buy will go to my daughter, and we'll be putting that aside to build her a college fund. Anything.
So you're wanting other people to fund your daughter's college fund? Bro. Can I get a bid? I can bid for it 1 cent. I can get a bid for 100,000 cents. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Transbat, I don't know if people are gonna buy your merch. I'd be shocked. I gave my audience a chance. If they had voted yes, I would have bought your shirt, your poster live on stream if I had won. I would have done that, and you would have had $20 of my money.
I don't know.
But my community said otherwise, so.
But that's where money will be going, and then Tanya will be managing all funds that we get. So there are things for the baby on my wish list. One of the things we're running into is that the baby wants to be rocked all the time, except we need sleep. And so there's a baby rocker. I try not to pick an expensive one, but we need one so we can get sleep, both of us. She tends to sleep better and longer when she's being rocked. And so it's something I would like to look into.
Dude, baby stuff's expensive, dude.
Fun things in there, like a lightsaber set, It's just little fun things like that. And then, of course, there's clothes styles and accessories like jewelry and all that. And then I am starting to look into wearing shawls since we are entering the summer time. Like short sleeve shawls and so forth would look good with certain outfits. So I still haven't added like other stuff like bodysuits, which I'll be looking into in the future. The style I want to go for is kind of like a high-waisted jeans because of my pudge, and then with like a bodysuit
because of my pudge,
and then have like a shawl to go over that, something like that, something nice looking that's not too much. So we're moving away from the more, wearing leggings and yoga pants all the time to
thank you,
something a little more appropriate. And so that's where I'm going with my styles and ideas. And so this is one of the new shirts, by the way, that I got yesterday, and I actually really like it. It's
a nice shirt, Firebat. I like the shirt. It's very, very, very colorful.
It's loose enough that like doesn't feel too tight, and so I like it. And the bralettes I have, they had pads in them, and so one of the things I do with all my bralettes, because I don't need pads, I just don't have that need, and so I just have them removed. So, yay! Less for me to deal with. So I'm gonna go over here like this. And then turn again. So I hope everyone's having a good day. I know I am. I got to do some Minecraft this morning. Got to go on an adventure with Zafira. I got to work on YouTube a little bit and try to edit things again. I don't know. It seems like no matter what I do, I always come back to Firebat. I keep thinking like Imperial Firebat and Family. Like, ooh, that's a catchy name. But then I'm looking at them like, people need to be able to find me. Much easier. And so it makes it a lot easier. So at this point, I'm getting back to the mindset that I had for a little while, where commentary channels were actually beneficial for my channel because it brought people in and all that. So we're making it a little easier for new commentary channels, because there are new commentary channels coming in and looking at my stuff and going, evil human being, doomsday, end of the world. And me and my wife were just not fazed anymore, because now, since we know all their threats are just empty words, like there's no reason for me to feel threatened, right? So at this point, we're basically back to normal. Only thing we're missing is 2,000 subscribers to say that we're back to being normal. And so that'll give me enough time to adapt. Sitting in the middle of the road. That was freaking weird. It's a 2-lane. Everything I want to...
Dude, I swear I had the fucking video downloaded. Did I not download it? Let's see if does the audio work on this one? The audio still doesn't work. All right.
I made a video last night talking about the Minecraft project mostly, but I also...
Let's see. Minecraft. What is this? Breakfast. Does this one not have audio either? Damn, where's all the audio? Is it bugging out? Is that what's happening?
Fell off the stand, and I had to basically do this, pick it up, flip it around, put it back on. And then my phone decided, oh yeah, we're gonna be silent. And so I'm like, okay, screw this. So I decided to just wait until I get to a parking lot like this, and then got the live stream up and running. So we're doing a hangout live stream this morning. We're not doing what we did yesterday, where people can join as a guest, because right now I don't think my channel's big enough to attract people to actually want to do a hangout live streams with me, or I've done enough stupid things on the web that wait a second, there is a PetSmart over here. Tony said there isn't a PetSmart. What? Or maybe I misunderstand her. Always misunderstand her. So we are going on a hunt for cat litter. And so
isn't this near Capitol Mall?
Stuff,
this looks like it's in Capitol Mall.
It's messy, and it's just not our favorite to use. But we've been using it for about 3 years. And then a couple months ago, while I was working on a job down in Oregon for Morgan Transfer, I had a customer who didn't need his cat litter anymore. So he was like, "Hey, either of you have cats?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got a cat." The other guy didn't have a cat, thank God. Because we were not doing well that month financially. You know, with the fact that at the time the job I was working was very hit or miss. So those of you who don't know,
I'm trying to, dude. I swear I had the video downloaded. It's not in my download folder. I had the video about them detransitioning. They made a statement about how they were going to detransition, and then the very next day, I don't know where fucking I'm so disorganized when it comes to video files.
moving companies, a lot of them don't have a set schedule where it's like you come in at 8 in the morning every day and you get off by a certain time. No, it's very hit or miss. So I was very fortunate to get some cat litter. And so today we're going to go get that cat litter. And so I'm trying to decide if
Cat litter adventures with Firebat.
On my face while getting it, or if I want to grab it and do a second live stream up in subject. The way I wanted to. But you know, I'm really happy with how yesterday went. You know, for me to see my foster father and my foster mother, as well as my sister Beth, and then my church family, you know, be there in support with me and Tanya. I mean, it means more to me than anything that happens online. You know, as you guys are fully aware, it has not been an easy couple of months, many months. It's been getting easier, you know, compared to, you know, what, 2 months ago? I think it's the last time I had an actual breakdown on camera. I think it's the last time I...
Well, that's good. That's good, Firebat. Less breakdowns is good. You know, that shows that, like, just keep it going.
Went crazy. And that's partially because, well, I've been taking care of myself and working on my family and figuring out what works and what doesn't work. And, you know, I think cutting down my social media intake, as I like to think of it, has definitely...
Oh, hold up. Somebody just DM'd me. Let me check this. Ah, here it is. This is what I wanted. All right. Thank you. Appreciate that. I have so many Firebat stuff. I have like 3 Firebat folders where everything is categorized differently, and I need to I need to use my Claude and organize everything. This is the video that I wanted to watch.
So, for those of you who don't know, a couple months ago, I had made a live stream talking about detransitioning and the idea of me actually going through and doing it. And after much prayer and talking...
Okay, so we're back to prayer again, and God telling you not to detransition.
To a therapist and reasoning.
Therapy is good.
You know, the logic behind most of my behaviors, I have decided that I am detransitioning, and I'm going to go back to being God created me to be. As soon as I'm done taking this stuff home.
You don't think it's an abomination to be like, God created me in his image. He created a woman from Adam's rib, right? God created you from the dust of the earth as a male and female. And yet, you're destroying everything the Bible set up for you to live by. You don't think that's a little wonky? To detransition? Or to go back to what God originally made you, which was a man? Which you are a biological male?
I'm going to be coming right back here. And I'm going to get...
Because remember, God doesn't like the gays. God doesn't like trans. God doesn't want only male and female. That's how the world's supposed to operate according to the Bible and God.
My hair chopped off. And have my hair the way that I used to have it. I've had a lot of time to think about this and to pray about it. And honestly, because of the fact that I do not align with the transgender ideologies or the woke community, or the fact that I believe that there's a God, I've decided that's what I'm going to do with my life. And if people want to hate me because, you know, I'm not being my real self by not being trans, fuck it. I don't care.
How do people... Dude, do you think this is just a confusion thing? Or they're just like...
The truth is, I've been thinking about it more.
Are you trans or are you not trans? Are you a man or are you not a man?
Over the past couple of weeks, and then not talking about it near as much as other stuff. And that's because I've had a lot of time to think about it. I have a baby.
You know, plenty of people in faith accept gay people. Do not be obtuse. No, I'm saying that no, I'm not talking about individuals. I'm talking about the actual Bible, the actual Christian evangelical. If you actually take the pillars of Christianity, okay, being gay is against Christianity. It is a fun. Look, you can have progressive Christians and people who. My mom is very accepting of gay people and trans people, and that's awesome. I think people should be that way. But in the Bible, though, specifically, it condemns people who are gay and same-sex marriage. That's what my point is. The God of the Bible is not one of love and acceptance.
Girl who is going to look up to me, and she needs a dad, not a freak. My daughter needs a man in her life to show her how to live life, and I can't do that as being violet or trans. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm just not okay with that. You know, I disagree with the woke agenda that the trans community stands by. Most of them, anyway. I just nope. That's not what I'm standing for. So, luckily, I have an appointment on the 12th for a checkup, and I want to talk about that and see if this is something that, even though it hasn't been a whole year yet, if there's a way to go about this, if I can just stop taking HRT entirely and just let my body go back to normal. Or is this something where I need to gradually get off the medications? So.
Okay, so guys, educate me. This is where I need to talk like femioids because I don't understand certain trans related. So if you take HRT, right, and you're growing a pair of boobs, is that permanent? Can let's say you want to detransition and you don't want your boobs to grow anymore, like breasts, right? Can you make that go back to normal? Or is that a permanent thing? I'm genuinely asking this because I don't know. I don't know about enough about HRT. I know that's a hormone. It makes you grow boobies and stuff like that. But I don't understand. Can you just make that go away and take another pill and it makes your HRT boobs go detransition? How does that work? Because from what I've been told by people, that sometimes some of the HRT meds is permanent and you can't go back. And then I've been told that you can't. I'm super ignorant and naive on this subject, which is why this whole thing confuses me. It very, very confuses me. It can be permanent without surgery. It is definitely permanent. People are saying that's permanent. It's permanent. I took testosterone for 3 years, and I took testosterone for 3 years and 7 months. Everything is permanent. Okay. Everybody is saying the same thing, that is permanent and permanent and permanent. So, okay, then I'm confused. What is, if you're taking testosterone or HRT and that is a permanent thing, where is this coming from where I hear people say that it isn't permanent? Because I hear that a lot among folks who are very, 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 very extreme left-leaning, that people start saying, oh, children should be able to take HRT and testosterone. Let's say you have a 10-year-old boy who wants to become a girl and they start taking some, testosterone or HRT medication. And I hear people say that it's not permanent, but everybody in chat saying it is permanent. Boobs is permanent, fertility is not. But isn't there some trans med stuff that can take away your fertility? I've heard of that happening where a man transitions to a woman and then they can't, their fertility gets taken away, their seed production is destroyed. I don't know. I've read a lot and I've heard a lot of stuff like this, but I don't know what's true. I don't know the science behind all this stuff. That's why I'm asking.
Nope.
Blockers is temporary. Okay. So there's a difference between blocking testosterone or HRT versus actually permanently changing it.
Transition because it was a fetish. I never transitioned because, oh look, I'm going to use my body as a sexual object. I know plenty of men, including Rep Zion, who literally makes sexual content. I've decided to go a different path.
I make sexual, dude. I have an OF that I've had for almost 7 years at this point. That is $50 a month. Who cares? Why is you gotta pay? You want to see the butt cheeks? You gotta pay some hefty money. It's no surprise. And I don't give a shit if you did OF, I wouldn't give a shit. But like also, you gave all that stuff on FetLife for free to people, just like knowingly. It's like, dude, why would you post some of these things knowingly when you could profit and make a shit ton of money off of it? I don't know. I'm all about the monies. I like to make money, and why give goodies? Why share the milk if you have, how's that saying go? Why milk a cow if you can get it for free? Like, why do that? I want money. Which, by the way, hit that $sign. If you like my live streams every single week, hit that $sign, become a member of the channel.
No shame in that.
We're 20 out of 30 subs.
They want to do better. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So
do not give hormones to children. I agree with that. I personally, and this may be controversial, but I don't believe that kids or teens should be taking hormones until they're an adult, age 18. That's what I think. And then when they're 18, if they want to take any sort of hormone, that's their prerogative. That's what they want to do. They should be allowed to do that. But from everything I've heard about testosterone and HRT, I don't think kids should be taking that type of stuff. I'm sorry if that's offensive to some people out there, but that's where I believe.
I'm gonna be looking into that, and hopefully everything goes well. And but the first step is to do the one thing I thought.
That's why you have a sugar daddy.
Cut my hair. So.
Hey, I used to have a sugar daddy back in the day. I miss those days. I miss those days where I could just like send a picture of my feet to the guy, and he'd be like, "Oh my god, I love your feet. Here's $150." That was years ago, but I miss those days.
It's gonna be interesting having short hair, and we'll be growing my facial hair, and we're going to be going back to flannels and jeans. And luckily, I've been putting money aside for this for a while I'm making up my mind, because either I was going to use the money I've been putting aside for a while to either A, buy new female outfits to go with my transitioning, or use it for detransitioning. And so that's what I'm going to be doing. So that's all I really want to say in this live stream. It's a very short live stream, but I need to say what was on my mind. I'm going to turn this air on. I wanted to be myself, and I've always been transgender my entire life. But if being trans means I have to act and look and treat people a certain way as a trans person, then I want no part of it. I mean, Feminist is a trans woman who treats people like crap. And Malcolm is a trans man who snarks and treats people like crap.
Oh my god, that scared me. We're at 21 members. Thank you, Eyes of Calix. Is that how you say your name? Calix? Very cool name. Thank you so much for your tier 1 rep squad. Welcome to Rep Squad. If you haven't joined my Discord, I mean, you can still detransition, but still dress femme, act femme. Thank you so much for that membership. We're 9 away from 30 members, guys. 9 away.
Who aren't trans, that treat people like shit. Dude, I don't want to even deal with that community.
I don't look. If somebody treats somebody like shit, I don't think that has to do with them being trans. Okay. This like anybody can treat anybody like shit. You can be a rapist and treat somebody like shit. You can be an animal abuser and treat somebody like shit. You can be trans and treat somebody like shit. You can be fucking racist and treat somebody like shit. Somebody's sexual identity has no bearing on the fact of how they treat people, in my opinion.
I don't hate trans people, just for loud and clear. I don't hate my kind.
Your kind. It's like a species. What is this?
But I don't agree with them. Call me old-fashioned, call me stubborn. I will always believe that God created me male and female at the end of the day.
You will always believe that God created male and female. Okay, based upon your own logic, if you really believe that, then being trans is a sin. Just saying.
Doesn't matter how much makeup I put on, what female clothes I wear, how much HRT that I consume. It doesn't matter how much of those things I consume. I will never be a woman. And that's fact.
Wow, okay. This is wild. I have not heard them say this. This is new Firebat content. I've never heard them say this, but when was this posted? This was posted so what, June 5th? I don't know if that was the actual day it was uploaded, but June 5th. So this was pretty recent. This was last week. Remember, guys, if Trans Firebat comes out at me and says, "Oh, I'm trying to be transphobic against them," they uploaded this last week.
So I think it's time. I think it's finally time to finally do it. I've had a year of absolute bliss being me, but being me at the price of losing people I care about because I'm trans, or losing people that I love and care about because, oh, I won't believe what they believe.
Well, for your religious friends, if somebody is like not being friends with you or casting you out as a Christian, I think that's really shitty. Katrina JBBG, thank you for the 5 gifted members. Welcome, Kat. Welcome, Channeline Window, Adam, Night Carries, Classy Kitty. Hello, hello. Welcome. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Guys, if you like the stream, hit the $, become a member.
It's not worth it. It's not worth losing the community I've built over the past many years.
I think that Christians should be accepting of gay people, trans people, all of that stuff. I like to think, when I think of Christianity and religion, I like to always look at my mom, because my mom is a wonderful Christian woman who loves and treats people all the same, whether they're gay, lesbian, doesn't matter, trans. My mom's incredible. My mom is what I would look at and say, an ideal person. This is what Jesus of the Bible, not God of the Bible. This is Jesus. I know they're interchangeable, but like Jesus and God, I think are two very different things with how they operate. My mom is an exact replication of Jesus and how Jesus would sit with sinners, sit at the table, drink with drunkards, right? Like, Jesus was a kind person, at least in the Bible. My mom is that. So, like, I think that Christians and churches should be accepting of gays. I think that they should be accepting of the trans community, but unfortunately, not a lot are.
And if I'm going to be the man of God, that God designed me to be, to raise my daughter, then I need to live by those principles instead of doing whatever the fuck I want. I need to get my head out of my ass, in other words.
I agree.
And that's how I'm doing it. I don't see any other way. Luckily, she's young enough that by the time I'm fully detransitioned and all that, she's not going to even notice, and I know that was ever a thing. But without further ado, I'm going to get going. I got some yogurt and some vegetables and a bunch of fruit for my wife in the back, so I need to get them inside. It is hot out today, so I'm gonna get going, but see you guys around.
I've always believed that in order to be a Christian, you must love your neighbor, which means everyone, and that means treating people with kindness and love. I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. I don't think religion is necessarily bad. I know that's a crazy thing because I used to be very anti-religious, and as you guys know, I used to be a Christian, Southern Baptist. So a lot of my upbringing was very fucking skewed. Let's see, where was I? There we go. And, you know, not being so fucking skewed, it's been a very long journey. Let's see, what else do they have? McDonald's breakfast. What all have I missed? Oh, date June 7th. What is this one? Ah, no audio. God damn it. No. Masters of the Universe. What's this one? Oh.
Hello, hello, hello. You ask and you get it. So a lot of you have been asking if me and Tanya will ever do vlogs. And I think the only time we're going to do vlogs is on Sundays, because that's the only day where we don't have the baby right away. I just want to enjoy my wife's company and just relax and okay, so
is she in the car with him? I think so.
Today's a pretty good day. We got to dedicate the baby this morning, which I think that was a very good thing. Showing you guys, my viewers, that I don't just got, you know, people online who support my channel, but also have real people in real life that actually care and love me and Tanya and our baby girl. And it's comforting to know that we have people that genuinely love and care about us, and, you know, it's a good thing. It's called having a family, and there's a saying that I've heard over 1 billion times, and it's really true. It takes a takes a whole community to raise a baby, not just a mom, single mother. It's a lot easier when you have other people to help you. So I am genuinely comforted by my church community. And so
We're out here talking about religion with ups and downs, plus trying to find sugar daddies. I mean, welcome to my chat, guys.
other than that, we went to Olive Garden afterwards. I got to hang out with my folks for a bit.
Streaming while driving and having a baby in your car. I mean, this is typical Firebat. I've been saying this for the last since they had their kid, is stop fucking driving and streaming at the same time. They don't give a shit.
And
they literally don't care.
To do that. And then I came home and I tried to take a nap, but it didn't go as well as I'd hoped. But the point is, we tried. Tried to take a nap, so. Well, let's see. Anything else you want
You have to line yourself with that car. Line yourself with the lines on the road. Back up a little bit. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Jetta didn't. Because just because Jetta didn't doesn't mean you have to.
Yeah, that's true. There you go. There you go. I'm better.
Well, at least Firebat's not yelling at his wife for help, like critiquing his driving skills.
All right. Anything else you want to add, Mama? To our week? Now it's going.
Yeah, if you ever want to eat out with a new parent, warn them like maybe 24 hours in advance instead of, like 5 seconds in advance.
Just open the door. Yeah, that's a thing. So, after church, I go up to my parents, and they're like, "Where's a good place to take the baby to go out to eat with the baby?" And I was like listing all these names, and we agreed on Olive Garden. Thank God, because I love Olive Garden, especially with their never-ending salad and soups and.
Hey, look, I give it Firebat. I agree. I don't know. Something about Olive Garden is like a comfort place for me. I love their fucking nochi soup. Their unlimited nochi soup. If you get like the certain thing, you get just unlimited bowls of their nochi soup is so god tier, dude. I could literally marry that bowl of soup and their breadsticks just endlessly. Oh my God, I love Olive Garden. I know it's not made fresh or whatever, but it's so good. I miss their garlic parmesan chicken. They used to have this crazy chicken parmesan with this red roasted mashed potatoes. They don't have it anymore, but it used to be my favorite thing from Olive Garden.
Bread. And so we get in the car. I'd let Tanya know what the plan is. We're like, what? We weren't prepared for this. And they came all the way down from Parental just to see us for 3 hours. I would hate for them to have to turn around and head back home.
See, it sucked because we only brought one bottle of milk. And at the time, currently, Saphira eats between every 2 to 3 hours, which is very normal for her age. And we had already been out of the house for close to 2 hours.
Yeah, and we fed her right as she got to the church. So it was about feeding time. So we got the bottle.
I don't think their kid is in the car right now. I don't think. I hope not.
Back with the baby. Because I wanted to make sure at least one of us were there, and Tanya seems hell-bent on needing space, since I want to make sure she had space. So, otherwise, if you're a parent or grandparent, and you want to take your kid and their kiddo and their family, at least give them warning. I mean...
This is for the people who don't have kids.
Yeah, for those...
So parents wouldn't qualify.
Yeah, well, the parents of the parents who have a kid.
That would be the grandparents.
You know what I'm trying to say, guys. You guys know what I'm trying to say. My wife... knows what I'm trying to say. Do I need to take you to the movies and cuddle you in the movie? Give you some ice cream or something?
Ice cream from where?
The movies has ice cream. You didn't know that?
Of course not.
What? Movie theaters? What? Movie theaters have ice cream? No, they don't. Not here in fucking King County. I don't know any fucking... I know in Auburn Collection Outlet, fucking the big movie theater with the red rocket ship in Washington, I know they have they just added the first bar. There's a bar in there now. You can get alcohol, but I don't know of any movie theater that has ice cream.
Huh?
We always go to Cinemark.
Well, today
Century,
I shall get you ice
called.
cream. All right, I think that's it. Short video for us. We're making
anyway, the point is I had to drive all the way back home, pick up more milk. I used the opportunity to also get out the car, take a bathroom break, among other things, which took probably like 10 more minutes, and then I drove all the way back.
Yep.
How long was I gone about?
About maybe 20 minutes. Maybe 20,
No
30.
way.
About 20, 30 minutes.
30 minutes sounds more likely.
Yeah. Tonics.
And I got the menu of the restaurant texted to me so I could still order my food remotely.
Yep. I made sure that I was there to
Yeah.
take her order. So,
Dude, I've never had Ben and Jerry's ice cream, to be honest. I know people are gonna be like, oh, I like Cold Stone Creamery, and one of the best, absolute best flavors. This, dude, I know people are gonna say this sounds so gross. This was what, like, I don't know when Cold Stone Creamery came out, but when Cold Stone, I think it was like the first couple years Cold Stone came out, they had green apple gummy bear flavor ice cream. Okay. Green apple, and it was like a kind of a sour, sweet. It was a really sour apple green gummy bear flavor of ice cream mixed with Oreos, cookies, and cream ice cream, where you take two flavors, you know, they go pound it out and get it all swirled up, crushed with fresh Oreos out of the package, like 5 or 6 Oreos, crushed it, and then combine that with green gummy bear, cookies and cream with Oreos crushed with orange sherbet. That, and I will always remember, that was the best ice cream I've ever had in my goddamn life. Orange sherbet, green apple gummy bear mixed with cookies and cream ice cream. It was orgasmic. It was the greatest ice cream combination I've ever had. I remember it to this day. I wish, and the thing is, I've been to Cold Stone a gazillion times. I've never seen green apple gummy bear ice cream ever since that point. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know if it was a limited run. I don't know if it was a special edition ice cream for a fucking month, but I miss it and I crave it. And one day, I can only hope that the flavor somehow returns to Cold Stone or some ice cream place, because I miss my green gummy bear apple ice cream.
I didn't want you to have to come back and not have food. Boop. So it all worked out because you got back just as the food was being set down. So, and then we played a game at Olive Garden called Pass the Baby. So one of us would take turns eating, and then someone else
Most
would take
theaters
the baby.
carry alcohol? No, not in Washington. They don't. Not in my state.
Someone else takes their turn eating.
Only 2 people participated.
Come on, let me make this a little more dramatic. It sounds more funny.
Okay, sure. We all took turns with biting our food. Sure.
No, okay, ruined it. It's over.
One person literally held the baby until everybody was done eating for some reason, and then she passed it on. Passed her on.
Grandma loves holding baby Saphira.
Clearly.
More than we do, apparently.
I don't think she's out of practice for taking care of newborns. She's holding her really awkwardly.
Yeah, I noticed it made me really uneasy watching that.
The burping was just like, it almost looked like it was just like the gentlest of pats. Burp.
You don't do that. You have to be.
But I think she's out of practice. Probably just thinks like everybody who's not used to holding a baby, she probably thinks she'd break the kid.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, what did you do when you were first given her? Did you think you were gonna break her?
No.
You look terrified though.
I was terrified because it's a newborn, and then I was coming to coming to a point where I was coming to reality that, oh my God, I'm actually a parent now. I have a kid. What is happening? I'm not used to this.
So we can add this to the pile as well. Another Redditor, their surreal moment is whenever they say their kid's name.
Nope. Go for it.
Whenever they say their kid's name, they're like, I named that. I named that child. And now I'm using that word to get the attention of that child. What?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So, for me, the naming isn't like that surreal. My surreal moment. That doesn't happen nearly as often for me. I don't really have one.
I don't see Tanya very often.
Let's not do that. Let's just go.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay, let's go.
The door being open was fine.
I don't know.
Were you blocking somebody?
No, my arm was getting tired holding it. Well, we have the power.
I heard Masters of the Universe bombed.
So, without further ado, we can get going.
It wouldn't surprise me because it was going up against Obsession and Backrooms. I saw Backrooms last week.
We might do a part 2 to this after the movie, talk about how things been going with the baby. And you forgot your purse in the car.
Yeah, I need that email.
Was it that moment she realized?
No, stop it. heard that.
No, you didn't. You didn't hear it. Wait a minute. What am I doing? Why am I going to the door? I did? Wait, I actually left the car for once?
Yes. I heard you press the button on the inside of the door for some reason. Apparently you can't be bothered. Press the button.
It'd have been so funny if he had accidentally locked himself outside the fucking car.
What are you looking for?
We might need to get the tire repressured. Car looks really upset. It happens. We have a...
Apparently the movie did. Apparently it's quite misandrous. Really? I hope not. I do, dude. Look, I love... This is Skeletor. I have a Skeletor tattoo. Like, I love He-Man. So, I don't know. I saw... Skeletor looked amazing. I love the design. I don't like Jared Leto. You can go fuck off, but the design of Skeletor looked incredible.
Side of the car that likes to misbehave. Yeah, no, it's usually the back one.
No, it's not usually that one either.
Really?
It's that one.
Really? Oh,
Yes.
I guess they switched. All right, guys. See you guys soon. When we come back, we're going to talk about how things have been going for our first month of being parents. And so,
Well, we head to Walmart.
yeah.
Let's get to some things to pick up.
Yeah. So, you guys have been asking for us to do vlogs for many months, and I've been hesitant for a lot of reasons, but I think today is a good day to do a vlog. So, without further ado, we'll get going, and we'll be right back. So that's what that feels like. So here I am walking towards the door, and suddenly I am alone. I wonder where my wife could possibly be. Right there, hiding behind a pillar. You person, oh my god, that's so beautiful. I want to take a picture of that. All right, we just finished watching the film, and what? It was great.
That was such a weird segment. What? Just standing behind the pillar? That, like, what?
So for those of you,
You know, look, I said this earlier in my live stream. I wish people would just, like, be present in the moment and, like, you're going to the movies with your wife. Do you really have to vlog it? Can people just be in the moment and, like, remember that you had a good time with your wife? Why does it have to be broadcast to the internet? Why does everything have to be broadcast to the internet? We are in this lifestyle of, like, everything has to be fucking recorded and made into a video. And it's so discouraging, dude. Everybody is doing it. Even I've done, like, I've done it myself in the past where I've documented things. I'm like, do I really need to post this on the internet? And I'm like, no, I'm not going to upload this because, like, it's a private moment. Why do I need to put this on the internet? Some things I have done, but I just don't. Stop recording every part of your life.
there we know.
Not
I told you
healthy.
earlier.
Anyway.
Masters of the Universe, aka He-Man. So those of you who don't know, it was one of my childhood favorites when I was a kid. And, well, I got to enjoy the film. Tanya, unfortunately, was very bored. So,
It was a cash grab.
worth it. Worth it.
Excuse me, I was still talking.
Yeah.
I said it was 100% a cash grab to cash in on some action figures for people who grew up in the 80s.
She's not wrong.
100%.
Yeah.
Gotta sell those toys.
So we're taking turns on dates. So she got to pick the last one. I got to pick this one when it comes to movies and
It
dates.
was
So
so
that's
riveting
fun.
that I fell asleep like 5 different times.
Yeah, you're
At one
so
point I jerked
cute.
myself back awake.
So for those who don't know, the internet has me painted as this villain who allegedly essayed Sarah Faye.
Why are you bringing up Sarah? Dude, what the fuck? This was a normal, a vlog of you and your wife, and out of the clear blue, you start bringing up your fucking ex again. Are you... I literally, have you noticed I had, like, nothing really negative to say in this video in response to anything until this point? So we're 11 minutes in, and it was actually kind of, like, wholesome. Okay, they're going on a date with their wife, and it's really nothing crazy or anything. And then randomly, Sarah Faye. Like, 11 minutes, like, why? You're on a date with your wife. Why are you bringing up an ex-girlfriend like this? Like, a legitimate happy date. Like, fuck, man. Like, I'm not crazy here. I didn't say anything really negative the last little 10 minutes here. And now we've reached this point in this vlog, Sarah Faye.
Who apparently abuses my wife. Apparently I'm going to abuse her daughter too, according to some people. And I'm just this evil human being.
This vlog would have been an okay vlog had you not put this into the video. Like, why is this necessary?
Who's just not a Christian who's just this evil, morbid villain. And so, what's more than appropriate than to, you know,
document the fact that I'm spending time with my wife because I have to prove the internet trolls wrong.
do my voices. Good idea.
Oh my god.
Sorry. These,
Can you get some like Crest White strips? Holy shit.
that's the first one. That's supposed to be from the new movie.
Oh, dude, this
Let's
second
go
one.
to her. Skeletor. Freaking love Skeletor. Great stuff. Okay,
Remember, my name is Skeletor!
we're done. I've had my evil moment. Maybe from now on, every time I do like a speech, like some deep, meaningful speech, it's to end with some evil cackle.
Dad's rights matter.
What?
Look at that sticker.
Dad's rights matter. Oh my gosh.
I mean, yes, dads should have rights. I'm not sure what the sticker's about. I've never heard about dads protesting anything before.
Hello.
Either.
But yeah, no. I think for me, like, for sure, I'm being very over dramatic, just in case those of you can't tell the difference between being real and fake. So that's all me being dramatic. I don't give a fuck. Walmart? Yes, ma'am. Left or right to Walmart?
It's closer. So probably to the left. I don't know what else you need.
Alright, guys, you know what? I am gonna go do adult things. Did you already cover the H3 lawsuit? Yes, I did, Kaizex. I'm done for the day. We've been live for 3 hours and 10 minutes. I want to thank you guys all. We got, what? We got 12 new members of the channel today. 12. So thank you. To the bottom of my heart, I appreciate the support. Thank you for being a member. I'm going to head off for the rest of the day and go, oh, here we go. Oh, yeah. Thank you for that shekel.
Tanya's ex here. I'm going to be dropping an over hour and a half video mostly about Tanya, and a little about Firebat, late next week. Get
What?
ready.
What just happened? The Great Exposer just donated a $5 donation saying, I am Tanya's ex here. I'm going to be dropping over an hour and a half video, mostly about Tanya and a little bit about Firebat late next week. Get ready. What? The Great Exposer. Well, wait. Which ex of your Tanya? Are you the bad ex that Tanya talked about, or a good ex? Where did you come from? I don't know where this person came from. No, you just got here. I'm sorry. Well, here's the thing. If you just got here, as soon as I end the stream, you can go back and watch from the very beginning and catch up, because I talked about H3 and covered a bunch of other stuff. This video is 3 hours and 11 minutes long. Every video I do is not behind a paywall, so you can access and watch the VOD from start to finish. So that is the perk. We're going to get some tea on Tanya. The bad ex. This is so-called abusive one. Okay. This is a development. The bad ex. All right, well, we'll have to see how this goes. I will definitely watch your video, The Great Exposer, whenever that drops, because I'm always down to see more context. And, yeah, like, I'll watch whatever you post, but also, like, now we get another side, because the only time I've ever heard this person be talked about was in a very negative light by Tanya. So I don't know. There's always two sides to everything. So I will be covering her revisionist horseshit, and I have receipts. He's a crazy person. He pulled a knife on her self-admittingly. Okay, well, look, the chat's already disagreeing with who this person is and who they are. I don't know. I don't know who this person is. We'll see when it comes out. I'm somebody who always listens to all sides of everything. So, yeah, I'm sure I'll be educated on who this person is after my live stream by some people. I don't even know if this is a legitimate actual ex of Tanya. I have no idea. But thank you for the $5 donation. I'll keep an eye out. And, guys, I'm going to head off. I have a 3-day weekend tomorrow and Saturday. I don't work on Saturday. So I'm going to be having a lot of fun. I'm going to a very fancy restaurant tomorrow. I'm not going to say its name. I'll tell you guys its name after it's done, but I'm going to like it's the third or fourth fanciest restaurant in all of America tomorrow. And I'm very excited. It's a fine dining restaurant. I have not been to a fine dining restaurant this fancy in years, so I'm very excited. It's gonna be very, very cool. It's so fancy I can't even wear my normal clothes. It actually has a dress code. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna be very busy tomorrow, having a lot of fun, and Saturday I'm also gonna be busy, so probably won't see me much. If you haven't, hit the $, become a member of the channel. You can become one during the stream or even after the stream. My second link down below in the description is my Discord. My Discord is welcome for anybody to join. It is a gaming Discord, so if you don't play video games, probably don't join. All right? So yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Bye! Thank you for all the new memberships. All the people who are here, all 100 of you, even the silent lurkers. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys next Thursday for another live stream. All right, next Thursday. See you guys. Bye. Peace. I'm gonna do it old school. Peace the rep out. Bye.